lives. Missed it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Hey.
I'm just gonna keep doing this until someone watches.
I think people are watching. Aren't there some people?
Here we go. Now there are people here.
Achieve my goal.
Hello and welcome to the Velveteen Lounge. Coming to you from our new sofa.
Wait a minute. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Hi, Lisa. Good
Lisa.
to see you.
Boom, boom, boom. Time.
Hi, Dime. Hi, Peter. Yay,
Hi,
I'm so glad to see you. Hi, Mom. Good to see you.
How we doing over there?
Eric, hello.
Hey,
Good
hey,
to
hey.
see you.
Gang
Oh,
is
looks like
feeling
Paul's
ready.
got a drink already.
Well, we were talking about this thing about summer drinks, and we had a few drinks.
Hi, Errol, and hello, Christine.
A few drinks
Good to
in the
see
past
you.
week. It might have been enough.
Oh, Chris. Hi, Chris. I know you.
I know you. I've seen you.
Yay. Okay, I don't think I've missed anyone.
Oh, good.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to our new sofa.
So this is, oh, yes, I was about to say, I don't recognize the name, and suddenly I do. Hey, wait a minute. Your surname,
You have the same last name as Paul's mom.
Yeah.
Her maiden name.
that whole family. My uncle, my
You're
grandparents.
related.
I have
Oh,
to check
thank
that.
you so much.
During the
Chris.
event we were at, I was actually
Peter, thank you.
talking to Henry from Boston, and we were talking about where he's
Aloha,
from.
Johnny.
His grandparents all from County Cork, my grandparents from County Cork, and it's just like, surname was Spencer and Harrington. He's like, we were Harringtons. I'm like,
And they were from the same county. It's like,
Castletown Berry. He's like, there you go. I'm like, these are not huge towns.
maybe they're related.
Got to check. We've got to check these. Hilarious.
I'm so glad to
Excellent.
see everyone. Johnny, I didn't know if you heard me, but aloha.
Al, hold on. Which Johnny we talking about? Oh, Johnny Carter.
Carter.
Just saw you, dude. Awesome. And we just saw Chris. That's awesome. And we're so
Yay.
glad to see you and have like a little quality time in the room, because this event is like a hallucination. And a 6-day marathon. Bang, bang, bang. Like people.
Hi,
get nutty.
Gettysburg, ma'am. Good to see you. And
Anyway.
Julie, hello. Good to see you.
Anyway. Oh,
Thank you.
Johnny.
Yes, I told Paul we had to color coordinate with the sofa.
So there you go.
Oh, you're so welcome, Johnny.
I mean, I think I have a shirt that actually coordinates even better with this and with the gold back here. But this was available and pressed, so I'm like, done. I didn't have any time for any accessories tonight. I mean, we just threw down some food and bang, we just been going all day.
It's been a marathon since we got back from Ohana, and
Marathon during
we have
marathon since we got
2
back.
balloon twisting gigs tomorrow,
Hi.
so pray for us.
So if our
Hi, Roberta. Good to see you from
If,
the San Francisco Bay Area.
if Bettina's watching, she's going to go, whoa, you guys are going live? Yes.
Oh, a busy day in Gettysburg, I bet.
I bet. I would not bet otherwise.
Let's see.
Don't
Paula, hi, Paula.
Ah.
Bernie, good to see you.
Definitely saw Paul and Bernie over there at Vintage, and boy, did they have some good stuff this time.
Yes.
Wow. I really enjoyed that little basket that was full of like bar accessories. Everything was like $2-3 or something. Those are great. All
Oh,
those little pourers and like
hi, Nick. Good to see you.
corkscrews and things. Very cool. Hey, this is the new couch. Nick.
This is a new couch.
This is the thing.
And this is the L that goes out.
Yes. I think
Further.
can we see that right there?
Well,
Yes.
yeah.
It's kind of hard to see that this does stick out like that, but this is like the chaise part, and this is the rest
Oh,
of the couch.
hi, Vanessa. It was great to see you, too.
Yes, please.
Yay.
Yes. And this one, unlike the love seat, you can really stretch out on this, and it's pretty comfortable.
Yes. And I got a new pillow today,
Mhm.
which is not one of these. I got one that I can like lay back
can lounge
on.
back on.
Yeah.
On the chaise part.
Because the TV's over
yeah.
there. So I like sitting on the L, but then I'm facing the bar
The
and not the TV. So
And we promised very typical summery drinks where we don't need to tax the brain too much right now, because the brain is still a little foggy. I had to hit the urgent care yesterday because I kind of took a tumble and there was some, some contusion. So I got checked out and, no breaks.
Food therapy.
Into each
Ew,
life,
what are you
a few
having,
bruises
Eric?
must fall. But summary drinks, I said, let's start with an iced tea. There you go. There's a summary drink.
Okay. Well, I'm going to start with
Since I made
something
that tart,
a little more medicinal.
A little sugar in there.
Okay.
I don't like it sweet.
We've never
like it a little.
Done a video from this couch before, so this is probably going to be kind of awkward. But,
well, guess what? Do we have a place for garbage? Now we do.
Oh, Getty's bringing me some of the pictures from the party. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Ew, multi-cheese top pasta.
Hello. I've seen like 4 cheese sauce in the grocery store, like prepared and ready to go. It sounds really good.
I had mac and cheese at 2 different places in Lake George. It was everything I hoped it would be.
Yeah, there was a food truck that had an excellent mac and cheese.
Yeah, and then I had it at the brew pub too.
Yes, yeah, that was actually.
It was really good. They were both really good.
We also had a truly superior, very old school Italian meal again at Mario's. I basically repeated the same order from last year. That was so good then. It was so good now. Kind of saved me in the next day.
Oh, Paula's having an elderflower martini. Nice.
No. Isn't that fun?
Nice. Oh yeah, Bargo was mentioning a couple of people came home with COVID. Paul tested negative. I was feeling he was feverish on the way home.
Yeah,
but he tested negative.
I think it's just my blood pressure got a little elevated because you get a little cranked up at this event, and I do that more than most, and I really need.
Oh, Nick, I will check my messages.
I really need to calm down. I really just need to be very relaxed and I do yoga right now. Maybe I can't.
I wish you would not.
But this is good enough. And I don't mind my bare feet. You
never
see my
Paula.
feet. But everybody is in each life, a little peace and harmony must fall, and I recommend yoga. Okay. Alignment is awesome. Get your chakras and your vitas going.
Can you hand me 6 mint leaves, please? Yes. For my first drink of the evening, I'm going to make calm down.
Seriously.
For my first drink of the evening, I'm going to make a mojito.
Do you need them torn off?
I will tear them off. Okay. Did you wash them?
Yes, these have been washed.
Thank you.
These come from the box garden in the back.
We have mint growing like 4 different places.
You put it in the yard and it goes forever, and of course it gets totally overgrown. But in the box, it was only getting buried because it's in a cage so that the groundhogs don't eat it. And when you pulled it out, because we pulled all that stuff out, cleaned it up, and
I'm gonna use that.
Set it up, elevated, and it's been doing great.
Paul can't even sit Indian style any longer. He can on this sofa for sure. Hi, Ken. Good to see you.
Wait a minute. Let's give that a try.
I did. I'm doing the whole spring.
Boom.
The recipe says 6.
There we go. This is like Indian style, as in the subcontinent.
Can you say that anymore?
The subcontinent is such a thing.
No, I don't mean the Indian style.
Well, okay. People from India are actually correctly termed Indians.
Okay, so I'm going to do 1.5 ounces.
This goes pretty good.
Oh, Ken's in Vermont for the 4th. Oh, they need our Taylor.
Hello.
Can I have the big jigger, please?
Big jig. Okay. There we go. So much for that, but it was good.
Thank you.
So that's 1.5.
For my mojito, I'm going to start with 1.5
ounces.
Yeah.
Thanks for saying that, Eric.
Of light rum. Just check. You brought a spoon, right?
Spoon is.
Yes. Okay.
Actually, over there.
I'm not going to add the rum yet.
Spoon's right here. Do you need to throw in a bunch of ice? And build?
Not yet.
Okay.
So I'm going to muddle this mint with
muddler?
1 ounce of fresh lime juice.
Okay.
And
here's your lime.
2 teaspoons of simple syrup.
Did I not get the simple syrup? Geez, I just threw down with a sugar packet. Pardon.
All right, can I hand you back this before you go?
You could.
Thank you.
It's a
little awkward back here right now because this is our first time doing a video back here.
Things are not at your fingertips.
Okay. But no worries. We will muddle through. Get it? Thank you. All right. Oh, did you bring the spray?
It's a good thing to bring. It's right here. Well, use some towels.
Yes, Ken, I thought so. Okay, so 2 spoons of. All right, now I need a place to put this drippy spoon. Ooh. Oh yeah, that liver tea drink, Eric. That sounds really good.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
thank
try
you
that
for
this
saying
weekend too.
That's really great.
Oh, Joe, I got Dime, Joe.
I know.
I got a little video of him, Ambrose Gosling.
Yes, it was great.
Yeah.
That was awesome. He just sat down next to us grilling and doing Old Man Beer Challenge. He's like, do you mind if I play some Guardian? And I'm like, please.
Yes, I haven't posted.
right ahead.
I don't think I've posted since we got back, except about this. It's just been a marathon, but we're back. So, can I hand you? Is there a place to put this? Thank you. And I will take the muddler. Yeah, he was so good, wasn't he? Okay. I'm muddling my simple syrup and lime with my mint. Yes.
Doesn't the muddler sound like a Batman villain?
Yes.
A muddler.
Because we're angrily muddling drinks that don't need to be muddled.
You know, the funny thing, Chris, is that he didn't know the spam song. He's like, how does that go? And we just all started singing it, and he gets the notes.
He totally picked up on it.
And he picks up in like 10 seconds. It was just awesome. I missed his seminar and also his naughty pictures on, I guess it was Saturday night. That was available like before the movies.
Oh,
that's hilarious.
Kitty's Bread Ma'am says, I tried to sit crisscross applesauce for a few months ago. It was more like crisscross, grab a crane and get me the hell up. All right. That is plenty of muddling.
Seriously, they'll need a crane, as they say.
So, are we putting this in that other? Or there's ice in the other ice bucket.
There's ice in that ice bucket.
What did you put?
I literally have the ice bucket with the bubbles. Hello, which is what we're supposed to do, and then the ice bucket with the ice because we got the other ice bucket.
I need some place to put this.
Wow, so many things tonight. I'm just saying. Guess what?
I would get up and get a plate.
Are you done with mint?
Almost. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'll take some ice, please.
On your way.
Thank you.
I must move slowly. We have actually spilled on air before.
Oh, Dime, that's great though. Violet's graduation
lime.
party.
Sounds good.
Oh, it's Joshua from Baltimore. First time tuning in. Oh, made the spam sliders that you had a recipe for in one of your vids, and they were delicious. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed them.
Generally speaking, you know, if that was the vegan product, that's one thing that you make that from a recipe. If it was just like grilling spam, people ask like, "What do you marinate it in?" I'm like, nothing. I mean, it's just you grill it. And the basic thing with spam is like if you're having it not that well cooked, it's a little rubbery.
Yes,
but if you grill the hell out of it, it's like, this is good.
Ambrose Gosling, his seminar was very funny.
Yeah.
And there was
You saw some of the seminar?
I saw the whole thing.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it was really a video. But,
oh, okay.
I mean, I need 1.5 ounces of light rum.
Okay.
I really feel like I'm missing an ingredient, but I'll check in just a second.
I was missing Ambrose Gosling. Yeah.
Okay, 1.5 ounces
so.
of light rum, and oh, Josie flew into the kitchen and indicated she wants ice. I love it.
Hello, I would like some ice, and I would like it now.
Okay, let's see.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, that's everything. So I'm going to, except for the soda water.
Mm. This is new, so watch it. So all this is an iced tea, and actually I was kind of low on tea, so I'm finishing it. But you know what? Hydration during this is an excellent idea, and I should have done more of that during the event, and I had the seltzer on hand. Bang. Don't forget to do that when you're having things which have the booze in them.
Fill with chilled club soda or seltzer, whatever you have.
I like club soda a lot because it's got minerals in it. It's imitating mineral water.
This is actually seltzer.
Usually sodium bicarbonate.
Okay.
Perhaps the bicarbonate. But seltzer is great. Love seltzer. I've actually had it for years. Some people are like, it's got no flavor. Yeah, and it's got no sugar either. So that's a really good thing.
Stir.
Stir vigorously.
And then
what? We're going live. We're live here.
That sprig of mint, please. Okay. Garnish with mint.
Garnish with more mint. Some mint leaves, and this is a nice little sprig of mint.
Thank you.
And here we go.
All right. Mojito.
Mojito. I'm not a huge fan of the mint drinks, to tell you the truth. Like mint julep is just like kind of a lot of mint for that, and the mojito It still is like very mint forward. But I'll tell you, if you're in the tropics and somebody makes one of these babies for you, this is awfully refreshing.
Julie, can do. Julie says, I'd love to hear about your costumes in the picture you posted. Bill, there's a whole story there. Okay.
Oh, there's a thing.
So Paul was Leonard Nimoy.
As the host of In Search of.
Taken from an ad. We found this vintage ad for In Search of. Mm-hmm. And
you recreated it.
I recreated it in Canva.
Because the actual ad was a screenshot from the TV show. It looked horrible, blown up any bigger than about this. So to make it this, we really had to, just had to completely redo it. She did that. I printed it out. I pasted it down. It was actually pretty damn good. And did the cutout for where his face is. And then I would hold up the board and put my face in
Yeah, that's where his face was in the ad.
Alien Craft, Amelia Earhart and Missing Aviatrices.
And I was
the Mystery of Easter Island, Loch Ness.
I was the Bermuda Triangle, which I'll have to post a photo of the whole costume.
The ensemble is pretty nuts, pretty bats. But
it was fun.
My old lady is bats like that. Got to tell you.
Want to try it?
Would love to try this. Thank you.
Oh, wish we were still there. Oh, I love it. Thank you.
Yeah, seriously.
Hi, Laura. Good to see you. Oh, thank you for hosting the New Wave Dance Party. You're so welcome.
Yes, thank you, Laura.
That was really fun.
I loved that. People who were attending would not leave, and that thing kicked at 2 a.m. when somebody said you have to turn off. Well, that's actually about 2 hours later than I thought it might have. So okay.
Well, we were supposed to go for an hour, and we ended up going for 3 hours. So
I was there.
That was fun, right?
I was there, and I'm told I had a good time. And I was Sid appeared in a tracksuit, very 80s.
The rain tried to ruin our day.
He kind of looked like he was a roadie for Run DMC, and it was kind of great. Everybody just boogied for hours, and they were just going crazy. There we go.
Michelle, hi, so good to see you.
Excellent.
And Clinton, hi, good to see you too.
Yes, we will do that.
We made my time.
We're going to be working,
but Michelle.
It was kind of, not only did Ambrose sit next to us playing, but after a few hours, the gentleman from Wusong Roads sat up next to us. Originally, they were supposed to replace us, but they just found a table and went to town.
Well, it was raining.
They started making Mai Tais and passing them over.
I know, that was nice.
So we were making sliders and pass those over. It's like fair trade.
Didn't you make him go back to his room at one point?
Oh.
The guy from Wusong Roads.
Why?
Yeah.
Why would I do that?
Because he wanted some Mai Tai. He's like, well, it's in the room. And then he went and got it for you.
That might have been my problem.
Maybe he doesn't remember this.
What hit me? The last Mai Tai. Well, apologies.
I know, I miss it too.
Apologies, but there's funny stories about those guys too.
They're not my stories to tell.
They're not my stories to tell. So you'll have to ask. Go to Wusong and ask about
Clinton says,
things.
enjoy your 4th. We have 2 balloon twisting gigs.
And they're kind of separated by big gaps, so it's going to be a long, hot day. But you know what? A lot of people out there who are pet owners will say, we wish that, that people wouldn't do the fireworks. We won't be doing them. We'll be twisting balloons. The worst thing that'll happen is something goes pop. But that's it.
Oh, John says, I literally never dance. I might as well have dance phobia, but being around everyone and a little liquid courage, I danced all night.
I could have danced all night.
I think I did too.
I did.
Well, not me.
And there we go.
I wasn't there. Glendora was there.
Glennie was there. I wasn't there, but Sid was collecting tips and selling Glennie glassware. Do you happen to have a Glennie glass on you right now?
I do. I was going to make my second drink in a
this
Glendora
lovely
glass.
Glendora glass. And Sid was just like, I'm selling these things. Here, buy it. It's like 15 for 1, 2 for 25. Anyway, so he literally sold out. The whole box went by the weekend. That was a 12-pack. And, glad to see them move on to a nice home where people will appreciate these types of things. The fact is, if you are also interested in a fine piece of glassware, which, if Peter is still here, he can tell you, will make your wine taste 73% better. Or, dig this. This is a pretty large capacity bowl, which will hold
Sean, are you watching?
1 full Mai Tai.
Oh, Sean, if you're watching, thank you.
Oh, just much appreciated. Yes.
That is very appreciated. Thank you.
Excellent. There we go.
Sorry, I'm just making sure it's nothing about our gigs tomorrow. I'm not going to be on my phone, I promise.
No, it's nothing. So anyway, Michelle was just mentioning made Mai Tais. This will fit a full Mai Tai. It's not exactly the capacity of a DOF, but you can get plenty of ice in here. Your full drink, which probably just fluid, probably only comes to there. It's not that much. You got to load up with ice because you need some dilution. So remember, works for tropicals, works for a little vino, whatever else you got. but it's not really a Collins, so use those bigger ones. There you go. Thank you.
Thank you.
I need to make something because now I am officially out of just the fluid.
I was going to say.
Let's see what works.
Oh, yes. Thank you, everyone who bought glasses and everything. You're amazing.
Please.
Miss you.
Whoever was purchasing that, many people threw down the tips, and many people drained 15 liters of wine. Box wine was popular again, although it took 2 days to do it because I think people were actually busy dancing. And we still have some snacks left over, which is a real indicator that they were busy dancing.
It's so funny. Last year, we went for an hour, and we ran out of snacks in about the first 10 minutes.
And we ran out of wine in about 45 or 50 minutes.
Hi, Daniel. Good to see you.
It really got kicked. That line was long. People were coming, filling, and going, and they were so happy that there was wine there.
And then this year, we went for 3 hours and did not even begin to run out of snacks.
Yeah.
And I think people were dancing.
They were dancing.
It's funny.
You dancing
too much is a good problem to have. Exactly.
You should be dancing.
Exactly. Well, Christy and I both were very sore the next day.
Really? You weren't there, but Glennie was.
Glendora's legs were very sore.
My sciatica, I'm telling you. Now I need a thing, and my first thing actually takes a chimney glass, so I will do that.
Here.
Oh.
You want this glass? Or?
Don't you need that?
No.
What do you need for? Oh, that's true.
Unless you want to use that one.
Oh, this is good. I'm using a chimney because I think she needs a little polish too. I should have brought a bar towel to polish with. Maybe I'll do that.
So I made a mojito for my first drink. 1.5 ounces light rum, 1 ounce fresh lime juice, 2 spoons of sugar or simple syrup, mint to muddle, and club soda or seltzer. Muddle the mint in the bottom with your lime juice and simple syrup. Add ice, add your rum, fill with your club soda, stir, and garnish with more mint.
What I would be doing if I was at a bar idling. Yeah, this mojito is a great thing. And in fact, again, I'm not a huge mint fan, but these are awfully refreshing.
Mothman, I love it.
Mothman. Oh yes, isn't that great? This is literally like it's microfiber like polyester. Because who made these for us? And you got the poly side, which will take the print really well. This is the magenta version, and then the terry side. This is cotton, because this side, it's great for probably polishing, but not drying. Whereas this is very absorbent and it works so well. And if you think, well, I really kind of prefer the blue, we got that too. Teal. That's right, Claire. So there we go. The 2 towels.
Oh, that's what Peter asked if we would be enjoying something from Saffron tomorrow. Actually, we're going to be in New Jersey tomorrow, so
all night
perhaps
long.
over the weekend.
I actually will be in New Jersey all day long, whereas the prior week to Ohana, we were in there all night long for some really late night gigs for the high school kids. Those were grad nights. Those were pretty fun.
I will say, at least we don't have to go do a gig after this that ends at 3:30 in the morning. Which we did after our last live video.
After our last live video. So it's just like
that was something else.
That's why it was all mocktails for us. We had to be like ready to go for hours.
Nice.
And like, okay. But thank you. And you know what Don did? He saw us in person and saved shipping charges. This is great. If you are actually going to, or you knew you're going to be in the area or something, that's no good. Let us know. We can set you up. We'd love to save you shipping charges, particularly on glass, although we calculated that recently and it wasn't outrageous. And it's only like I need to get this in 2 days. Yeah.
Oh.
I needed something in 2 days recently and it was kind of high.
I should tell everyone on Friday at 5:45 Eastern, we will be on Exotic Tiki Island Radio.
Right.
We did this. I did this.
Tiki Bryant.
Yeah, Tiki Bryant. I did this last month. Mm-hmm. It was really fun. I call in. I think I was on for maybe 10 minutes or something.
Just a quickie.
Talk about a recipe that I made. And this month I'm doing a dip from Dole Easy to Elegant Cookbook. So Friday, 5:45 Eastern, Exotic Tiki Island Radio. I should see if there's a link.
Check for a link.
Yeah.
You know what? Check that out. And I hate to leave you immediately, and I keep doing that, but I forgot the bitters. And we'll need them. Right back. Boom, 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 boom.
The
doesn't take long.
We're coming to you from our new sofa. We've never shot a video from our new sofa before, so
I know.
a little awkward.
Some things
but
are close at hand,
okay.
and some things are not, but it's not so bad.
Finding the link.
I'm making
There
my
we
first
go.
drink, which
I'm gonna
is
drop the link.
I'm going to make a planter's punch. You can get this at a lot of places, which is full of fruit juice and fruit and all that kind of stuff. And I think, all right, whatever. That just sounds like a generic tropical. But a classic planter's is just a few things, very refreshing and great, and it's very similar to that mojito over there. And boom. So let's go. First, what we do is your chimney glass, and I really like the tall version of this rather than the more squat Collins, although they both work. It's a glass. So anyway, but I love these because of the etched bamboo. These are just, I think it's Noritake. And I managed to like destroy a few of these and kick myself every other day. So fill your glass.
Other day.
Yeah.
What do you do the other day?
I stopped kicking myself.
If you kick
because you
yourself
can't
every
kick
other
yourself
day.
every day. So glass full of ice. Make a nice cold ice, which is to say like dry ice. Not dry ice, but ice that's dry. Next thing you want to do is, I like to throw in my bitters right there because you kind of soak the cubes. That's a good way to go. I gave that about 4 or 5 dashes. Angostura Classic works. We also have Trader Joe's Classic Bitters, very similar kind of old-fashioned.
Amy brought us those.
Amy got this.
Yes.
Is Amela here? Just asking. These
Amela.
are great. And so those are excellent. And there's also the ones, there's a lot of manufacturers of bitters doing old-fashioned that don't work just really swell for these. But I was thinking of Fee Brothers makes an old-fashioned that's just excellent. Excellent.
Yes.
Great in your Manhattan, but great in this. So bitters goes on, and you think there's more to it than that. Yes, there is. I'll take the dark rum, please, and that shot.
This one?
Yep. So you use the 1.5 side?
No, I used the one outside.
Okay, so I'm going to turn that over carefully so I don't spill.
Oh.
And 1.5 ounces of dark rum using the Myers.
Oh, Chris, I'm glad you made Ohana happen.
Oh, yeah.
For you too.
Yes. Absolutely. Let's make that a nice full shot too, please. If you can grab that.
Yep.
I can carefully grab your lid.
Got it.
Check out that coordination, folks. I've still got it. Okay, shot of the rum, 1.5 ounces. Other dark rums are excellent in this too, like Karuba. And some people love the Goslings. So there we go. Next thing you need to do is get in a little simple, which I brought over and is
It's right here.
somewhere. There we go. Just a touch. This bottle actually literally says gum syrup. It used to contain gum. I made it. It was kind of a pain. Just like a little bit like that. I'll make it again, but I got to find the powdered version.
Well, you know,
The stuff that's crystalline was like a real hassle to use. And I'll take that spray.
it just wouldn't be homemade. Oh boy, I just sprayed the computer.
That's why you have a towel.
Oh.
Use the cotton side. These are obviously available for order. If you're interested, let us know.
They're good for spraying your computer when it gets.
Good for cleaning. Yes,
liquid
drying your
on it.
computer. So far, this is the bitters. You can use as many as you like, but I like enough of it you can taste it. Shot of the rum, a little bit of simple, and what else went into there? I guess that's it so far.
Here.
Next thing you need is some citrus. Let's say. Dark rum, dash of simple syrup, squeeze of lime, 3 dashes Angostura bitters. Here we go. There's a squeeze of lime.
Okay, that's simple. We have simple drinks this evening.
Simple drinks.
They're summer classics.
Summer classics. I mean, you could drink this thing all night because you only have a shot of rum in there and it's slow. It's going to be full of seltzer. Take your lime shell, drop it in, which I love. That's as with a gin and tonic, which is just, that's like your standard New England drink.
Put it on the floor. It's on the shot.
There you go.
I'm a director at heart.
Yeah, we
no,
know.
you can see the spray
I've got a
bottle.
towel over here. These are extremely washable. I know that sounds silly, but it's like,
Aw.
they don't fade or anything. I think they're quite good. And the next thing you need to do is grab your seltzer or club soda and fill that sucker up.
Oh.
And here we go. do this.
Do you need a straw?
I do, and I have one. Now, insert metal straw. Or if you have a Velveteen Lounge glow-in-the-dark straw, insert that. Notice how I got some nice layers going on there? It's kind of fun.
Time, we have not tried the Beach Bum Berries Mai Tai mix.
Stir gently.
I don't think we have.
So as not to stir bubbles, and enjoy.
Classic. Hi, Amy.
Classic.
We were just talking
about
you.
It's a little sweet without being cloying. You got enough lime going on in there. That's a good thing. It's super simple sour that's been topped up. So we got a highball.
Hi, Joe. Good to see you.
Hey, Joe. Hello. Anybody who attended Ohana, do you know the whereabouts of Joe's Monkey? Because went walkabout sometime Friday, Saturday, maybe. And I've been asking around and had no results so far, but let's see what is. I lost a travel mug, and if that's the least of things we lost, it was getting pretty beat up anyway. Oh well. Yeah. I missed it already. You know, something frequently does. It's so good.
Should I say what we're doing tomorrow? I mean, I know we're doing 2 balloon twisting gigs.
Yeah.
But we found out at about 4:30 today that for the second one, we're supposed to be clowns. So we're doing that.
So, like, you know, 2 years ago, we had never done Carney stuff. 1 year ago, we had never done tarot. And like recently got into...
No, that was 2 years ago.
That was 2 years ago. Recently got into the palm reading and just did that whole gig with palm and tarot. And I thought I was actually like doing the palms much better than I thought. I mean, you learn things along the way and you have to like start telling it. And you start like realizing these lines look a lot different on people. I have a new line here, which was like a star that I acquired over the weekend. Something else got in the way. I was handling sharp objects. But the clowns is a new one on us, and what the heck? I was thinking you actually thought that I could be named Tumbles, and I thought
he could either be if I don't know if we need clown names, but I thought if we do, he could either be Tumbles or Sir Falls a Lot.
I don't really fall a lot, although I have a tendency to bend down to retrieve things.
Past weekend.
I have a tendency to bend down to retrieve things and knock my head. So
that pasta was good, Eric says. I bet.
Oh yeah. That sounded like we got a Mario's.
I know. I look forward to that.
Keep Up was lost Friday, so that second and third wave has got to be, when does that run? Between 7 and 9 p.m., somewhere in that range. Okay, pretty specific, but in the dark, that's it. And I really have to cross fingers and hope that nobody took a look at this and said garbage.
We can do a palm reading from a good picture. Yes, of course.
Well, Nick, we actually have like some makeup that we can use, and we have things that kind of serve as. I got my old hat, which is a little busticated at the top here, and it looks like a lot like a clown hat. So I'm going to bring a couple and see what looks best. And you had like a vest.
Monkey was never found, Amy.
Yeah, hadn't been found yet.
Errol says, "Been told being a clown comes quite natural to me, and I'm not even trying."
Yep. Let's see.
The tie-dye Mai Tai. Yes.
Tie-dye Mai Tai. Oh, please. That sounds like a lot of fun. Oh, I apparently cannot scroll backwards. Is that correct?
No, you're going the wrong way.
Oh, there we go. Thank you. Just go a little further. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Joe met Joe this time. That's excellent. The pre-big speech from Barry. I just want to read this one again. That somebody was selling. Oh, because the question is what rums. You know what Jeff Berry sells also isn't there a Hamilton premix, which I think is called Zombie Rum? I think that's also intended to be used in Mai Tais because it's a specific mix of some things. It's a little high octane, but he also in his books recommends a specific mix of, I think, Trinidad.
Oh, thank you, Eric.
And there's like 2 rums he recommends. One of them is the light, and one of them is like very, very, very robust amber rum. That like both of them will give you the impression of a much older aged rum, which was the original idea. Because what Vic used at the time was 17-year-old Ray and Nephew, no longer on the market. But guess what? You can buy 15-year-old Ray and Nephew. And is there any difference? 2 years? Come on, use a 15 to be happy, or you can use a 21 and spend a lot of money.
There are people. We talk about this all the time. I'm sure there are some people who say like, "Oh, I'd totally be able to tell the difference in a Mai Tai." I'm like, "Okay, great. Let's do the taste test."
My old name.
Blind taste test.
Yeah.
Tell us which one has which. Actually, I feel like doing a taste test.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Mm.
No,
What
we
are you
haven't
thinking?
done a taste test in a while.
We can do an old man beer challenge. We've done that on the air.
We could also,
Half thought
but then
about
we'd
that.
have to open all these old man beers.
Yeah, next week. Next week.
We
still have the.
We have the
got a
Creole
lot.
Shrub and the Citronge.
Oh yeah.
And see if I could tell the difference.
We'd have to make 2 Mai Tais. Or I could just give you a shot of each and see what you got.
Oh yeah, some
Yeah.
Appleton 21. Nice.
Oh yeah. Do we actually have a bottle of that out there? Because I did a job for
Do you?
my
Maybe
buddy
we
Dennis.
could taste that.
It was either 15 or 21, and that was
Ooh, go
really
check.
yummy.
Go check.
We can taste that.
Yeah.
Sure,
We haven't-
absolutely.
We haven't done a tasting or a taste test in a long time. Blind taste test. If you've never watched before, us doing blind taste tests is hilarious because
If we're trying to tell the difference.
Own it.
We did this years ago with different liquors, and like we found within the same category, like the same type of aging.
Dime got them all right.
Whiskey or rum. Boom, boom, boom.
The old man beers.
Oh yeah, well you got your major award. 3 different people nailed the major award, which is slightly high for these things because usually it's like 1 or 2. I've had 2 before. I've had 0. And then the year that we had 3 malt liquors, there were several winners because it's a little easier with 3. And sometimes there's a tail, like Mickey's is a little sweeter. Colt 45 has a real standard like beer thing. And the thing about the malt liquor is it's legendary. Like Billy D. Williams was there telling you, never fails for me. And all these guys like, yeah, malt liquor does it quicker. And the fact is, does it? Because the gravity on that is a lot less than your average IPA these days. So I kind of think you buy regular beer and you get your results. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, Nick says, I love how Paul didn't get the old man beer challenge and he was currently drinking it.
Yeah, wasn't that hilarious? I believe you got 50% when you took it.
When I took it the second time, I got 50%.
I figured that you wanted to get like your standard.
I took it the first time and I got 25%.
1 out of 4, which is respectable because I took it. I took it one time and I got
0.
Mr. Plutarski 0.0. And there you go, which is hilarious. And I do that every time because it's entertaining for people. People take it because they think it's hilarious, and it's funnier when they do it than they thought. Because they're all like, I know these beers, or some of them are like, I don't know any of these beers. And they start doing it randomly, and they get like 2 out of 4, like, wow, really? But some
there's
people are
also
like,
some guessing going on.
a lot of guessing. If you want to say pure luck enters into the entire thing, yeah.
Josie's in her wine box.
I'm back.
Ah,
Woohoo!
she's been really ornery lately. Really ornery today.
Yeah, bingo. So we can get some stuff to taste test with. I don't need to suck this down so fast, although right now it's a little warm and it's very good.
Disappearing.
I think
I would say it's disappearing quickly, but I don't think it's disappearing as quickly as a cocktail.
Cocktail in a cocktail glass. Paula was enjoying a martini earlier, and it's a small thing. And if you have a sour and it's a little sweeter, it goes down a little faster. And if it's really hot and you keep drinking, it's like bang, bang, you're done. And you have to be careful with such things. Even a martini is like it's diluted a bit, right? So it doesn't like sting so much, but it's all booze. So you got to bear in mind
Eric,
what you're dealing with here.
I love the sofa. It's such a step up from the love seat. The love seat is just right on the other side of this room divider, but
yeah, we just moved it around. It didn't go away. It's a great seat. I think it's excellent. I think people will sit here at parties and they'll chat and everything will be great. This also looks like something out of the Brady leisure room here with this color. All the harvest gold. Kind of excellent. You were debating between this and the green, but what was the first one you looked at that you really liked?
The first one I looked at was red.
Yeah, that's a good sofa. And the first one you looked at was actually quite a bit more than this cost. And then you started looking at competition. You said, well, there's several vendors who have this for a better price and different colors that really would have worked great.
Oh, Daniel says, I haven't had a drink since Sunday.
Oh, wow.
This is the first time I've had a mixed drink.
Yep.
I think Monday I had a beer. And then last night we had some wine that Diamond Chris gave us. And that was good. That was perfect.
Good.
Diamond Chris, thank you.
Pinot Grigio, which is actually Italian, it's from Venice, was really good.
Either. Let's fix that.
Yeah, seriously. Oh yeah, seriously, Joe. Oh. I know you lose something that's like that. I've had that travel mug through like 3 Ohanas, I think, And finally I managed to misplace it, and I'm like, I really hate to think that what is maintenance going to do? Pitch. But what? Turn this stuff in. There was a lost and found on campus. There's one at the front desk. I lost an apron a few years back, and I think it had some tip money in it. Bang! But I was clearing really, really fast. And this is the problem with the frenzy. It's like I need a crew to say, do this, put this in the go bag, and away you go.
Dime. I'm gonna save the bottle and do a drip candle in it. Drip candles.
Speaking of
like a Chianti bottle.
Speaking of your old school Italian
because
joints.
the wine they brought us was from Mars Cheese Castle, and it says Mars Cheese Castle right on it. So.
Yep. And
I'm gonna do a candle.
Daniel, I think Sunday Sunday I had too much. Monday I was really like, wow, the throat was really sore. I was just wiped out, and I really just went to bed fast. But last night we tried the wine, and I thought this will be pretty good and help me sleep. Did, which is very important. I really haven't been sleeping well. So let's see. Oh yeah, the Cheese Castle was it was really great. And you got us rather beer from there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Tried one of those. That was good. That's really good beer. And today earlier I decided to try the cider, the apple cider. That was really it was apple ale. The apple ale was excellent.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. Anyway, this guy can live over here. Let's try some rum.
Okay. We do have to wake up at 6 in the morning.
Just a touch.
Happy holiday! You get to wake up at 6. When I was driving through Wisconsin, I would see signs for Mars Cheese Castle, but I was on tour in a show and there was no time to stop. Wah, wah. We just have to go back. That was the first time I ever heard of cheese curds. We stopped at some restaurant that had cheese curds, and we had someone on the tour who was from Wisconsin, and she's like, oh yeah, cheese curds. I'd never heard of them. And now you can get them at A&W in Lake George, so I get them every year. I'm all about the rum, Eric says. Oh, let's see. Okay, just catching up here. We found an earring that Paul has. I told him to post it on the Ohana page, but maybe the person who lost it is watching.
Who knows?
If you want to hold up the earring.
Sure.
What about the Appleton?
I only have 2 hands.
Oh, we're going to try more than one?
Why not?
Oh, jeez.
Nips, just nips. It's not like you're getting a shot worth. Mm-hmm.
Oh, they have some good smoked mozzarella there, too.
Oh,
that
sounds awesome.
She says it smells like a campfire, but I love it. Oh.
Excellent.
Oh, Nick has to work tomorrow, but at least he gets paid 2.5 times.
There you go.
Ugh. Daniel says I'm still recovering. My voice isn't back all the way yet. I'm so happy I have tomorrow off. We definitely do not have tomorrow off. But I didn't lose my voice, strangely enough.
Interesting.
I came back home and was singing, and I was like, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to sing at all. And I actually could. So
you did.
Yay.
You did that.
Yeah, I was trying to take it easy on myself.
Yeah. Nice.
Sir Falls a lot over here did not take it easy on himself, but sometimes we have weeks like that. Yeah, I did do a lot of dancing on Friday. That was really fun. I'm glad we did that. We hosted Glendora's New Wave Dance Party. Oh, Paul's bringing me a water. Thank you. Mm-hmm. I should definitely have some water.
Yep. Keep hydrated.
He was super dehydrated after we got home.
Seriously. I was so hot, I think. Because I've been calming down since then. It's been helping. Ohana lost and found. Okay, so the first thing was I was looking into Sid's tracksuit, and I found this little item.
So if
which
anyone
is
lost
an
a
earring.
pink earring,
Very simple geometric design. Kind of looks like a Kim Bang, actually.
lucite, square.
Pink. Very, very pinky.
Hi, Colonel Keg. Thank you.
There you go. Thank you, Colonel. Yes, of course. I'm so glad that you.
Oh yeah, Daniel. I could see losing your voice in that situation.
Oh, did you karaoke? Oh yeah. Oh, did you do cocktail? Oh man. I couldn't shut up, Mr. Motormouth over here, but it's when you hit the crank too hard, which is to say the adrenaline junkie.
So if you lost this earring or know someone who did,
There we go.
we have it. And
is this you?
We'd be happy to drop it in the mail to you.
I can absolutely do that. It costs nothing. So because there's got to be a mate to it out there, and it's a wonderful thing. Next to Hana Lost and Found, I believe this actually belongs to Michelle, who was here earlier, who may still be here.
That's not really lost and found.
But if I'm wrong, it belongs to somebody else. This is one of those cute little shot cups that's about 1 ounce worth. So Michelle, I have your shot cup. I asked about it earlier, but you may not have gotten the message. And
Didn't we find a cable?
Oh yeah, where is that?
I don't know.
It's right there. Next time I get up, I'll grab it.
Where is it?
It's a black cable sitting on top of all those records.
This one?
Yep. All right, who did I borrow this from? Needed this when I was trying to get the MK Boom to work. It's just one of these like miniature phone jacks to miniature phone jack. Black cable, color coded, which side it is. Super simple, kind of looks like a Radio Shack deal. I don't know who this was. It wasn't Doug. Was it Doc Tesla? We'll find out. So there is Ohana Lost and Found Volume 1. But that's basically all we lost and found until I open up the suitcase and go, oh, check out this stuff. Usually I find interesting things and like try to find out who belongs to it.
I came home with a koozie that I did not start life with. So if you're missing a koozie,
yeah,
and it's special to you, let me know and I'll look and see if that's the one it is.
Let's know what's what. But Daniel, I'm really sorry I missed seminar, and I'm kind of sorry I missed that karaoke because it's always fun. I know that Joe McDonough here is a karaoke fan.
Thank you.
Oh, excellent.
Said we're dancing machines.
Oh, the bird? You mean the little straight jackets?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Yes. Getting set list is kind of awesome, particularly if it was recorded. Guess what? Talk to John G. Yeah. So yeah, the bird was kind of awesome. That was Leonard dancing, and he knows how to get down, which I mean.
It was not a rumbar koozie.
Yeah.
It was from a bar that wasn't rumbar.
Was it like kind of white on black? I think I just saw that.
I forget.
I think I just saw that.
It's in the tiki bar.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is it there?
Mm-hmm.
Next trick. So anyway, what do we got here to test out? We've tried this before on the air, Baku. We got this as a gift one year, I think for hosting. And guess what? As far as I'm hearing disturbing noises. Anyway.
That was the mojito.
I think what Daniel needs is something really good for the throat, like some herbal tea, like that throat coat stuff. I did that the other day when I wasn't sleeping. Excellent idea. But after that, a little throat cleaning palate cleanser is not a bad idea. There we go. So we're going to go boom, boom, boom. And that's about right.
Thank you.
Let's give that a sip, and I'll take a sip.
So Paul was saying.
Baku.
He definitely had a fever on the way home.
Well, I was warm. I don't know if it was elevated temperature or not, because when I checked myself and I felt just as warm, it was like, you're low.
He tested negative.
I kind of felt
COVID.
Like people were starting to develop the C19. I'm like, remember when we couldn't say that on the air? And so I actually have a thermometer. I was checking. It was kind of low. I was like, give me a test. Took it.
Oh, Peter, definitely let's go to Jet Set.
Yes.
I'd love to.
Yes. Yes. Ohana Lost and Found page.
That's a great idea, Amy.
Doug had a great idea that one of the initiates for the FOM should make that his quest to track all the lost stuff. I have come out of there with a peculiar pocket knife, and I asked around to all the people who were sitting with me. Nope. Okay. And a pen that has like measurements on it and a level, which is pretty cool, and a really cool flashlight I saw, and I'm like, this is pretty. Somebody belongs to this. And I asked around, and somebody said, I think that's Mike. I found Mike, and he's like, yeah, I think that's me. So that went right back to owner. So there you go. Amy wants to go to Jet Set.
Mhm.
Amy has actually been to Jet Set, so what she's really saying is, I want to return to Jet Set.
Probably a lack of B vitamins
Yes, you
and
do.
rest. Yes, probably.
Yeah, the rest is
Speaking of, is
extremely
my
important.
vitamin over there? Can you?
Yes, it is.
Thank you. I forgot to take it.
Evening vitamin. Wash it down
My
with booze.
evening vitamin.
So,
This is water, actually.
yeah, the water's a good idea. As much as, I had too much at certain points over the weekend because it's a crazy thing and I'm an idiot. Stayed up way too late. That's the thing that was really crazy.
All right, well, it's time for, we're getting a lot of votes for Jet
hydration.
Set.
Hydration.
So.
Hey, I second that emotion because we're suddenly deprived. It's like this
Yes,
is this
Lisa,
big thing.
You're right.
This is this big thing, and of course, I kind of feel like we don't get out too much, and we've just been doing carny gigs, and I've been going to an office, and it's just work, and you're just like rehearse this, do this, go in for lessons, bang, 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 write this, shoot this, crazy stuff. You totally support Glennie's tarot card readings on for patrons at the box wino level, and for Pete's sake, all it is work, nuts. So we got to get to this thing that's big party, and it's like party time. Although I was DJing, I think Sunday morning, really early. It was up to the dawn, and people were just like
From CSI.
people were super enjoying what I was playing, and I'm like, all I'm playing is what you need to hear right now. Love that, my little boombox.
Oh, dime. Thank you for noticing.
Please. Sample number 2. How about a little Deadhead specialty?
Okay, just a little.
Yeah, I gave you a tiny bit. Dime, you're absolutely right. When you're actually working it like that, and I think of people like Sullivan, who hosts it, Christy and Jeff were running around, Caroline was running around. You end the whole weekend flayed. How do you do it? How do you guys do it? Same way I do it, I guess. And there we go. So a tiny bit, just a taste.
Oh, maybe some sweet Chicago
shot.
music. Oh,
Hey!
Deadhead! Yes! Oh
What
my
did-
gosh!
Oh yeah, I loved when I was.
Oh, speaking of Deadhead, hold it up.
Deadhead.
We're tasting some right now.
Deadhead 10.
Yes.
This is 10 years old, limited anniversary edition.
I know, we missed you too. I knew
Last
you were
bottle.
there.
Pretty cool.
I heard your room was amazing.
Yeah, seriously. Oh yeah. But isn't this great? This is an awesome thing. Is this product still
it's
available? Is the question to Deadhead? Because if it's not, I won't go crazy plugging it. But I will say it's pretty damn good.
Well, yeah, they hosted a room.
It's pretty awesome. Well, but is this rum, the 10-year limited anniversary, still available? If it is, spread the word because they were Deadhead regulars out
We were there in spirit. Oh.
Excellent.
Yeah, people work really hard though.
Oh yeah, Don. It's interesting. Is like his name is King Dong, which sounds like something else, and it sounds like some sort of South Asian name, frankly. It's King Don G because he's Don Gray. I realized that later. I'm like, oh yeah, King Don G. He's apparently this massive collector of detritus, and he can supply stuff for film sets like ancient Apple computers and things like that because he just has cheap storage space. He's just one of those guys.
It can still be found. Anyone that carries this should be able to order it if you ask.
There we go.
Wonderful.
There's your ad, people.
Yay.
Deadhead 10 we just tried.
Yes.
Super nice aged product. Kind of tastes like a 15 or a 20, if you want to ask me. This is super excellent. And do you want to put that in your Mai Tai? I know it's dear, but it'll make it taste really nice. Remember, original Mai Tai was 17-year-old rum. That's what Vic was after. People might talk about, didn't John Beach invent that? He invented something called the Mai Tai, which I think was a completely different drink. And I think that Jeff Berry has completely documented that beyond a reasonable doubt. I'll accept that. Because I've tried his Mai Tai, and it's okay. It doesn't taste anything like a Mai Tai. So, but Deadhead, wasn't there? It was hosting a room.
Yes.
Okay.
Little
Totally
Shop of
missed that.
Horrors.
Oh man, I totally missed that.
I know.
Missed the.
And I love Little Shop of Horrors. So.
These things are crazy. It's like who has documented the exact sequence, but actually it is somewhere. We could figure that out.
Oh yeah.
We got an email.
I have barely even been online since we got
I
home.
wish that there was just this page that says, here's the history of all the crawl rooms, because they're nuts. We have hosted enough crawl rooms. Poseidon Adventure, the room was upside down. They're always standing on the ceiling. Hi,
Oh my
I'm
god,
the
that
floor
room
for
was
you.
so much work.
All day. All day soccer. But I missed there was a traveling program that was all that Jaws. And it was Jaws versus all that jazz, the movies, which was Scheider versus Scheider. And they had a lot of Fosse choreography. I'm like, how did I miss this? This is so cool.
Funny.
Hilarious. And this is the thing. You need to run the event like 5 times. You need to like just set the Wayback Machine, go back and just attend. Then go back with a video camera and just take notes. I mean, it's just nuts. That's a hell of a lot of fun. Wish these things happened more often, but here we are talking about that old Jet Set, which is our local. So currently, it's our local tiki bar. Ever since Fuchsia had to close, Fuchsia was excellent, but there is actually a sequel to Fuchsia.
Oh, and, Amy, I did too.
Jet Set's hitting it hard.
I missed so many of the. I missed so much. Well, part of it is just the rain.
Yeah.
Saturday, we were outside under our tent, and then it just poured. So we kind of just stayed under the tent. So, like, basically anything going on inside, we missed.
Yeah, when they have to move the bands in,
yeah.
The bands. Cocktail contest, we're usually right next to it, and I can hear it. And then people start bringing us, like, samples of the winning cocktail or even the losing cocktail. They're all good.
Oh, you can still go in Atlanta or Emeryville. Or in Europe to Trader Vic's, yeah.
Yeah, you can find that so far in the UK, but I believe that's endangered. London. Munich, I believe, is still there. And what else is still there? That's probably the only 2 European locations. But then you go to the Middle East. What do you know? Dubai, Sharjah, and Qatar, I think, is a Trader Vic's. I mean, Middle East, this is crazy.
Oh, the plane room, yeah.
This is crazy. It's like,
they always do such a good job.
So, the plane, I saw the original plane room. I'm glad because I totally missed this one. And
yes.
The reason they did it again is like they had the traveling bar service. You know, it's like you bought it, do it again.
They actually have that bar card.
All right, you just requested actually Appleton Estate 15.
Okay, 15.
Final sample. We're not going to drink rum, and we're not doing shots. I got to work tomorrow.
We're not going to drink rum. We're just drinking rum.
We're just drinking rum.
We're sipping rum.
It's a sipper. It is a sipper. Okay, that's it. Tiny bit. We're both trying this. And I recall this being smooth. Yeah, this will make a nice Mai Tai. But if anything, look, Appleton is a Ray and Nephew product. So we're talking to the company that made the original Mai Tai rum. 15, I'd say that's close enough to 17 for me. There you go.
It's good. I mean, they're all good.
Yeah.
We have 2 balloon twisting gigs. We have recently begun twisting balloons. So we're twisting balloons at 2
extremely woody and smooth
different events, which should be
Chase.
Fascinating. One of them, we found out today, were supposed to be clowns. So I'm just like going through my stuff going, what's clown like?
Be a clown, be a clown. All the world loves a clown.
Oh, I've had that in Mai Tais before. It's delicious.
Yeah, the 15? That's just probably, as far as I can tell, probably as close as you're going to get to an actual Ray and Nephew 17. And, what the heck,
Yeah, I always miss the first wave because I'm working
Right.
Yeah, exactly. You definitely always miss the wave you're in.
You do, because you're just you're working before it, you're working after it to tear things down. You got to get that out of there.
Your fingers hurt from all the twisting and knot tying. Knock on wood, not so far. We'll see what happens tomorrow.
It's a stunt to twist to get those things tied. I was always I learned to do it on 1 finger, which kind of wrecks your finger. But if you're on 2 fingers, boom, 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 there's a technique that works.
I've heard our friend who books us said that the first, she's going to be at both of them too. And she's really good at this stuff. So we're just going to follow her. But she said the first one last year was crazy. And then the second one wasn't. So I'm hoping one of them won't be crazy.
Yeah, it would be great if one of these.
I can lend you my Helen Roper wig to get clown. I thought about wearing I have this big blue
fright wig
that I wore for the kickoff party, but I'm like, I don't know. It's supposed to be 85. I'm not sure I want to be in a wig, so I'm just gonna do like pigtails or something.
You've been in that wig at the party, and it's hot.
Yeah.
And thank you, Joe.
That's so sweet, Joe.
You were volunteering for many things with us. I think I kind of put you to work maybe twice on some simple things, and it totally made it happen. Because I'm running around like a madman. I'm trying to like move a pop-up tent myself or something stupid. This time Sid just said, "Hey, you, move this thing. We'll get it up the hill." Sorry to Chris Powell. I think I was kind of dragging him up the hill, but that's also hilarious. You didn't fall.
So what size is this again?
This is one.
One.
This 1 and a 2.
I'm going to do
1 and a 2.
a classic Aperol spritz.
There you go.
Oh, I don't have my orange wheel though.
I'll get you an orange wheel.
Thank you.
I'm trying to think of. Oh, the thing about the knot tying is that I always remember I was working the.
Dime, I know.
First time I did the balloon pop booth at the Carnies. It's like it's really fast. People pop a lot of balloons, and you have to keep tying them. And I was doing boom, boom. After a while, like this finger, just like a blister, and then it just shreds, and then you're just coming out of there with a bleeding finger. Good grief. After that, I was wearing either rubber gloves or just work gloves. That worked.
The balloon popping game is no
It's
joke.
nuts, and you really have to keep up on it. You'd be inflating a ton of balloons and putting them in a garbage bag, ready to go. Seriously.
Oh, Amy, that's a good idea. Since I'm going to be doing it in the car,
Yeah.
I found this old moo that someone gave me in the 80s. A friend of the family went to Hawaii and brought back 2 moo-moos for Christy and me, and I ended up with both of them. But I'm going to wear one of those moo-moos because she said it would be. I showed her a picture, and she's like, "Yeah, that's good." So, and then I found this old gold vest that I have from the 80s that Paul's going to wear. So
Glendora's 80s new wave crawl room lives on, baby. That's the thing. So
we tore up the plants a little carrying the tent up the hill.
Sorry.
Jeez.
Well, we could have like collapsed it, but why? You've got the thing set up already. Just take it up. Watch out for the tree. Pop it in the footprint.
Yeah.
You're
The next
done.
day, Chris was like, "Paul dragged me up the hill." Oh no.
Sorry, man. Chris always offers me some good booze and things like that. I like a little nip here and there. I'm not drinking full shots of stuff. I mean, for the most part, that's not the point. And if I get a little nuts, hey, it's a thing. You need ice?
I would love some ice, please.
Let's
Thank you.
ice
I'm
you.
going to do an Aperol spritz.
There you go. Let's ice you, which sounds all
Speaking of
wrong.
Summertime classics.
But I'm not icing her. I'm adding ice to her glass. Notice how my lips are moving with my voice. A little
I
more.
had a vocational agriculture teacher that filled a balloon with oxygen and acetylene, then popped it with a torch. That'll get your attention. Oh boy.
I had a chemistry teacher in college who was hilarious because he would talk. I remember him doing a chemical formula on the board, and he's like CH4CH2 CH4CH2 CH2. Turns out.
Oh, I know,
CH,
dying. That hill is
Wow.
no joke.
And I recommended it to one of my friends just to fulfill his science requirement. And he was talking about the guy who had balloons full of
Amy, me
hydrogen
too.
and balloons full of helium, and it was just like popping them with a lighter. Bang! Bang! It's like, yes, that'll get your attention.
Amy also
Freaking hilarious.
loves an Aperol spritz. Okay, so.
Everyone doing Bridge Over the River Kwai. Yeah, actually, whistling that would have been great.
Okay, so 2 parts Aperol.
It makes me think of hilarious crawl rooms, the Bataan Death March room. Good grief. Don't even think about it.
And then 3
Aperol.
parts Prosecco. I will take the Prosecco, please.
Prosecco is right here. The wet bottle should be held in a towel, perhaps something like this. There we go.
Don't shoot that thing at
I
me.
didn't. I like our stopper, which is a diver going poo right into the
I'm
bottle.
not sure this glass is going to be big enough, actually.
Okay, we need 1 part?
I need 3 parts.
3 parts. Okay. Well, I guess we can measure very carefully. And
I guess you could pour it.
I can pour it. I can help you out there. Carefully. These shots come to us from bowls, and they're actually quite durable. I like a metal shot for that reason. Glass is great and breaks.
Eric.
I've had 2 different graduated
Right.
glass ones just completely toasted.
I gotta make space for the splash.
I guess you gotta make space.
Okay, well, when the bubbles go down, I can do the splash.
Right. Okay. And you need, what the heck? I
A
like
little bit more for Santa Claus.
a little bit more of Santa Claus.
Okay.
I like having a few bubbles because they're light
I will take the seltzer.
and
Okay, thank you.
fill it with
And top with the splash. It's gonna be a small splash.
Splash. You could always take a draft
Dang.
of that and like
I
make one
know.
of Brazil's.
Maybe I will. Because you top with a splash of club soda.
But it's made in a wine glass, so this is exactly what you're supposed to
Right.
do.
I got it.
Just making sure.
And then garnish with an orange wheel, which I forgot to get.
Oh yeah, absolutely, Amy. I would love to enjoy some of these at Jet Set with you
Oh,
on sort of a
geez.
Sunday afternoon or even a Saturday afternoon.
The more bubbles, the
Amazing
better.
thing.
I completely agree.
Seriously. So, question, Amy, you had also, we were talking about borrowing things. You had borrowed a shirt from Kelly. It was like a bowling shirt. I never figured out what your costume was for the party.
I told you.
Oh,
I
you
told
did?
you on Sunday. Mystery date.
Mystery date. Did you dream a date or a dud? Yeah, that was Fuzzy Sunday.
Was your date a dream or a dud?
Just asking. I think the bowler was kind of a dream.
Oh.
Here we go. Lost and found.
Oh no, I got the shirt. He was asking, he didn't know
Yeah.
what your costume was.
You
But
returned
when
the
we were
shirt.
walking in the village on Sunday, he said I didn't know what her costume was. I said mystery date.
I totally missed why you were borrowing that shirt. Now I know, and that's awesome. And it's such an obvious thing because the theme was so vague. It's like, what the hell am I going to do? But mystery date. Nobody else
That
thought of
was
mystery date.
hilarious.
That's kind of excellent. I mean, nobody else thought of Leonard Nimoy either, but there was one other Bermuda Triangle who came up to you during the party
Yes.
and said, so what happens when two triangles get together? Bang! I said, well, the triangle meets anti-triangle. Triangle man meets particle man. They have a fight. Triangle wins. Triangle man. That's what goes on.
Oh, by the way, speaking of songs, it was the 3rd of July and the weather was fine.
Actually, I think that's an accordion.
Yes, I did see Alice's costume. She was all the costumes were so good.
It was just bloody hilarious all down the line. People loved what we did. We kept having to pose because nuts, and we are, but whatever. And by the way, remember the kid was pegged in the head with a lawn dart.
Lawn dart.
His dad didn't see him. That's the
Her.
worst part. Her dad. Sorry. Haven't heard in a while.
Dad
Didn't
didn't
see
see
him.
her.
That's the worst part.
Paul was never a preteen girl, so he should have known mystery date.
I didn't know it at the time, but then once we found out, I used to see the commercials for it in the early 90s, and I was like, what? We got to get that
Mystery
game.
date.
That looked hilarious, you know?
Sitting on the crack of the couch.
Do, 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 do. There you go. I still have some voice, which is pretty astonishing. I hope that Daniel's voice is recovering. I do recommend the throat coat. It'll help. And after you're recovering well, I recommend something bitter, like Aperol.
Oh,
or
see you
Campari.
later, Deadhead.
Hey, Dad,
Thank you for
so
dropping
much.
by.
Awesome. This is fantastic.
Glad to see you too.
Wish we'd seen you in person. If you'd been on campus, I still would have missed you. Oy. But you know what? Next time you're there, grab me and say hi, and I'll say, oh, damn it, it's so good to see you. Truth. So truth. Thank you, Eric. You're hilarious. Yeah, no, that is hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't write that.
I wish I had thought of it ahead of time, Amy, because I'm not sure how to.
Do we have it on a CD? And where's that
Oh
CD?
my gosh.
I would just call it up on the. I'm not going to mention, but yes, we're on there now.
I don't know how to call it up and then play it during the broadcast.
I would just throw your laptop on there on Bluetooth and go boom.
Okay, play
Sound
it.
system. There we go. We do have permission. Dang it. We're going to get nailed, and we have permission. Oh, yeah, the Mothman
Daniel's costume was amazing.
kept bonking into people, and I'm like, but you have compound eyes. You can see in 360
But it's
degrees.
such an amazing costume.
Just crazy. And Mothman deserves, seriously.
Outhouses at Ohio.
Yeah, well, you know.
Hi, Keith. Good to see you.
They are around, but you need to know where they are. Keith, thank you. It is excellent to see
Permission
you
to
here.
get nailed. Rad.
And
They did grant us permission.
by the way,
I don't know if the crawler will see it that way, but
oh hell, you know the robot's going to say stupid things. That is the joke. But anyway, yeah, it was really excellent to see all this craziness and all these completely unwieldy costumes and like bonk bonk. I'm like, I am so happy.
Oh, my costume was bonking into people.
I'm so happy to be bonked in the head by you.
I just had to
And that's totally justified.
I had to go like around to get down to the pool deck, and then once I got down to the pool deck, I'm like, I'm not.
I was this wide, you know. I'm not carrying on this big sign, but I kept putting it down under my arms. It was easy. Ultimately, I was just in a suit, and it wasn't bloody hot. And since I was in wool, I was really thankful.
It was so much fun, and I'm so glad I did it. And I was so glad to have it off at the end of the night.
Yeah, me too. Seriously. Let's get on with it.
Good night, Peter.
Hi, Peter. Excellent. You know, Peter, you have to work tomorrow, so you have to leave us. Well, actually, I hope you don't have to work tomorrow. What am I saying? We have to work tomorrow. And we'll probably end this at the usual hour, and then we got to skedaddle. We only have a few things to do before. Here, I'll get rid of all these bottles. It was only a nip. Feeling good.
Really a nip.
Really good. Just a bit. Just a touch. Boom, 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 boom.
My costume was comfortable. That's my goal for next year, Amy. We don't know what the theme is yet, but I'm going to go for comfort.
You just know it's going to be something completely what?
Comfort, not speed.
Yes. Built for comfort. I ain't built for speed. Now, let's see.
Can I help?
I need to bust this.
I was ready to go bowling. There's that bowling alley across the street.
We played there when they had the party there.
The kickoff party.
It was great.
Yeah.
Pretty excellent.
Kind of like the second Ohana, I think.
It was early.
It's way too many people to do
maybe
it now.
Maybe third, maybe even fourth, but it was really early. It's from. Okay, so we need. What am I thinking of? What am I doing here?
Well, if it was unwieldy and tangly.
We need two things. I suddenly realized what I was going to get for you.
Oh, an orange wheel?
There you
My drink's going to be gone by the time we get the orange wheel.
I'll get an orange wheel. No worries.
Just saying. Unwieldy and tangly. Just like the Bermuda Triangle. Oh boy, I'm just reading the comments. The female moth ma'am. Yes. I love that moth ma'am. I have that on video. Okay. So next week, I would love to be out in the tiki room again. It's been a minute since we've done a video out there. We had breakfast and lunch out there today. But yeah, hopefully we can get back out there next week. It was a little too much to coordinate this week, but oh, look, it's my orange wheel. Thank you.
Orange wheel.
My orange wheel. Thank you.
All right, next thing is, I think I have all the ingredients. I hope so. Let's go.
Now, what are you making next? You're making
I stuck with the Collins.
Tom Collins.
Tom Collins?
Yes.
Simple, good, sounds a lot like what I just did. Here is something much more like a Collins glass, a little shorter.
Did you get the orange peppers? Just asking.
Ultimately, a Collins glass is more about this size, but I'm not standing on ceremony. Boom. Same thing.
Eric.
Build over ice. First of all, this coaster is kind of wet. So let's take care of that. But we want to organize a jet set trip with all of our locals. I think many people who are either Albany Vic, Boston Vic, Connecticut, New Jersey even, would be very happy to drop by and take the edge off of Ohana being over.
Oh, Amy, that's funny.
For another year.
Amy says during the wedding thing, my costume was uncomfortable too. I knew the bride when she used to rock and roll. I remember someone whining at me, wishing they had a comfortable costume too.
You're wishing the bride didn't rock and roll so much. We attended a wedding with a bride.
Oh yeah, Eric, this sofa was calling my name when we got back.
Oh, seriously. Baby's calling me home. We attended a wedding where the bride was being fed shots a lot.
Oh, oh, dime.
Ow.
Glendora would never let you down.
She never let you down again.
You sound like.
Is she taking a ride with her best friend?
That's not what that sounded like. That sounded like too much time on my hands. I'm sorry, but it did.
I'm taking a ride with my best friend. Oh, copyright infringement. But you know where we do have the rights? I will tell you, folks. Let me see if I can just get this to play.
Oh, it's okay if Ladora needs a break.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh. Oh, is he gonna play lawn dart?
Yes, I'm going to do that.
All right. Try to
Because
skip
we've
the
got the
ads.
rights.
Try to skip the ads.
I will. What have I seated? Okay, let's see if I've got this set in the right setting, which is probably not. And this is, nope, that's wrong. Near, go.
Oh boy. Okay. Lawn dart coming up.
Right up. That should still be good.
Oh geez, Daniel. My wedding costume was not weighted properly. The Lydia side was heavier than the Beetlejuice. I don't know. Eric says I scared myself snoring once. Oh, you gotta go back into the
Excuse me. Jeez, what's with this, man? Come on, go. There we go.
It was the 3rd of July and the weather was fine. Ed brought the hot dogs to brine, but the red ball was missing and 3 mallets were bent. Ed suggested lawn darts, so to Kmart we went.
And?
We looked by the yard games, we looked by the grills, but we couldn't find lawn darts come high water or hills. We talked to the sales clerk, but she started to cry. She said they're off the shelf now, and then she told us both why. A kid was pegged in the head with a lawn dart. Her dad didn't see her, that's the worst part. She was pegged in the head with a lawn dart. So they're now off the shelves at the Kmart.
I love this
Well,
song.
we both felt so bad that we gave up the search. Ed went to bed and I went to church. And now we never grill hot dogs and we don't play our games. Since we heard that sad story, things just aren't the same. Pegged in the head with a lawn dart. Her dad didn't see her, that's the worst part. She was pegged in the head with a lawn dart. So they're now off the shelf at the Kmart.
Yoink! So. Silly. The thing. I think I have some lemon juice. About this much. Or lime juice. I think I need that symbol.
You also need the gem.
Truth.
Pegged in the head with a lawn dart.
Lawn dart.
Her dad didn't see her, that's the worst part. She was pegged in the head with a lawn dart.
Lawn dart.
So they're now off the shelf at the Kmart. Pegged in the head with a lawn dart.
Lawn dart.
Her dad didn't see her, that's the worst part. She was pegged in the head with a lawn dart. Lawn dart. So they're now on the shelf at the Kmart.
Yoink!
It's redeeming qualities, everyone.
Woo!
Daniel says, I'm surprised some of us survived childhood. Laying those things straight up in the air.
Have discovered that men over 40.
Mute.
I don't care. I don't care about men over 40.
Oh boy, he's
probably
getting
should.
targeted ads about men over 40.
How the hell? I think that Alexa is spying on me.
That's not Alexa.
I'll take that. I don't know who the hell it is.
YouTube.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't have Alexa.
Who is YouTube?
Hi, Hugo.
YouTube is
Yes, Amy, yay. I'm glad we listened to it.
YouTube is Google, so hey, there you go. Yep.
Oh, thank you, Hugo.
Say, Hugo, how about this shirt over here? Just saying. But this is an
We
awesome
matched
dress.
the sofa.
We coordinate. We can't always matchy-matchy, but we coordinate. You know.
We coordinate.
Sorry, Eric.
You
Listen.
hear about men over 40? Who's the lady with blue hair? Oh,
Well,
Amy. That was Amy.
Sammy.
The blue bangs. That
Amela.
was Amy.
It's just
Right
our,
there.
Just our Amela.
And now a lawn dart cocktail. Oh, boy.
Lawn dart cocktail. 2 parts, bitter memories.
Oh, I have an idea. No, I have an idea for a lawn dart.
Oh, excellent. Interestingly enough,
Oh, Hugo, you're
I looked into this at one point because I'm like, okay, what's the actual story with jarts being off the market? Because at the end of the day, you think to yourself, a game which is basically a small lawn missile being hucked by people who have been a lot, sounds totally stupid, but they were on the market for some like 30 or 40 years before somebody finally decided this is dangerous and takes it off. What was this based on? Over a 30-year period, something like 12 people got pegged in the head or other extremities. And I think in the same period, like 100,000 people died from automobile accidents. Are you going to take cars off the market? Seriously. What am I making? The Tom Collins is probably the perfect lawn dart thing this side of the gin and tonic.
Yes.
All this is a shot of gin and a half ounce of the lime or lemon and just a dash of the simple syrup, enough to get it to a sour but not cloying, unless you like it cloying.
Oh, Nick says we threw them at each other.
Oh, man! You guys are kind of rough and shy town, I'm just saying. I like to throw in some orange bitters, and we have the bitter truths, which are very good. That's a good thing to do. And guess what? You're not done. Nah. That looks like it's kind of full.
Nah.
Wrong. You could probably put bubbles on that. It'll be really good. You could put some of this ginger extract that I put into my iced tea earlier. But really, it's a simple thing. You want to throw in the club soda or the seltzer. We happen to have seltzer. I like club soda too. Boom. There you go. As the glass implies, thank you, my lovely co-host. It's a highball. It's also a, you know something? This doesn't actually have gin on it. So much for the marked glass where you can check out what you're drinking. I'll take that straw over there, please. Yep.
Oh my gosh, Lisa says I got pegged with a lawn dart in my thigh while watching my friends throw them back and forth. No, we actually know someone who was pegged in the head, pegged in the leg with a lawn dart.
Good grief.
No.
Good grief. So
I
guess you're one of the 12.
Suffered no permanent damage.
Oh, lawn darts, actual jarts at auction are crazy. Amy, take a look online. There's some guy who sells the parts. It's not illegal to sell the parts, which reminds me of another sort of like category. I'm not going to talk about. But if you're talking lawn darts, I'm calling it a lot less deadly, considering 12 people reported injuries over a 30-year period.
Tiki Paka has.
She has a real thing.
She finds them at yard sales.
I really need to ask her to find us a set, and I could ask her.
It's fun to go to her place
a set
and play
lawn darts.
actual lawn darts.
I actually want a little more lime in this, and I have enough squeeze, and it's really highly appropriate to throw that in because you're getting a little lime oil.
We
Boom.
have more bubbles in there, right?
Stir. We do.
I'm thinking of a lawn dart cocktail.
Want to pick that time?
Tom Collins.
Tom Collins. The Collins is an excellent thing that very few people drink these days, and that's an oversight.
Lawn daisies, like daisy-shaped frisbees. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I don't remember those, but we never had like a lot of lawn, so.
You didn't have the opportunity, whereas we did.
Oh, Daniel says my mom sold them at a yard sale years ago. Oh,
Mother.
Man.
No, mother. My mother actually bought them, I think, around 1988 when they were still a legit item, and it was at like the local department place. I think that was Benny's, which was kind of an awesome place. Very
you like actual lawn
old
darts?
school joint, and these were Jart branded lawn darts. There were other
What
brands,
happened to them?
and they were not just the Jarts. They were the ones where the fins slid back and forth, which kind of helped the aim. They helped the sailing of the thing. It's like the slider Jarts were awesome, and she had them for years, and I never thought about them because they're available, and they're probably just like put at the yard sale or trash or something because something fell apart.
Yeah.
But I remember like my aunt and uncle had them and played them at my grandparents' house. That was right on the beach, right off.
Oh, Daniel says that's what we had.
These sliders. The sliders were great, and would love to have that exact set, but you can't have everything. But the fact is, there's somebody out there who'll sell you the parts to make them. And at the end of the day, all it is like kind of like a long cylinder attached to like a heavy weighted dart, and then you need the fins, which are plastic. Seems like somebody could 3D print this item. There's a nut on the end of it that holds the slider on.
Realize
this is so simple. You need 4 in 2 colors. Now you can play Jarts.
I did not realize there was a place where you could order the parts to put them back together.
I gotta find that is.
Can you also get like the box?
That's up to you, but you can probably find like great pictures online.
I was just
print
thinking
your own.
If this person who's doing this was also providing a reproduction box,
The container, which people love.
that'd be amazing.
We have a set from said friend Pat, which is sort of the safety Jarts, which they're really not as good, but hey, I'll take what I can get, right? They're fun to play
Some
with.
Velveteen Lounge branded ones.
Oh man, boy, are we in trouble with that.
We gotta find somebody who can like actually make Jarts.
I will note that some 10 years ago, as I was sort of involved as safety coordinator at said event, and I decided the great thing to do would be to offer the world's most dangerous game and to actually have people pay like $1 or $2 and throw it into the kitty for Easter Island Foundation. And the world's most, I announced this and said, who wants to play? We're going to be way the hell over there because we've got to be off campus with this. And that game was Jarts. So I borrowed a set from Pat and Dave, and we played Jarts, and it was exactly as awesome as you think it was. And were we safe? Of course we were.
Julie says my grandparents had a croquet set, but we found out it's best not to antagonize my slightly hot-headed 10-year-old cousin. Oh no!
With a rather large wooden mallet that suddenly becomes a cudgel.
Oh,
and nobody thinks that's dangerous. How about the thing you used to break up ice? That's like this big block of thing.
I know, because you can totally
Deadly
buy
weapon.
croquet sets.
I mean, the thing to break up ice, that's probably in an episode of Alfred Hitchcock Presents where you can like clock somebody.
It was
and then it's
threatening.
Just like, I was cracking ice.
Was it last year? What did we do last year? We did Glendora. But I was threatening some year to do like a croquet and Pim's Cups crawl.
Play the game and have a Pims. We'll keep serving you the Pims. The Pims is very light. Also an excellent excellent drink for the summer. And I think we still have a tiny bit of Pims over there. So yeah.
But yeah, we should take croquet and Pim's Cup to Ohana.
We don't actually have a croquet set, do we?
No. But I did look into it. Yeah.
Oh, well, they're easy to find, of course.
Yeah.
Any of these gaming places have them. Any of the sports stores, like Dick's, we have a Dick's, so that's the thing. That sounds all wrong, but yeah,
we love Hooper so much, Joe.
Hooper, we saw arriving with Ruth Rhodey, and I was so happy to see them. And I really never saw her again the weekend because she retires early, like a smart person. So
he says, I prefer to play croquet with flamingos.
Oh, I wish you would. That sounds hilarious and awesome.
Yeah, if you could get like a section of the lawn designated as like, we're going to do croquet with flamingos and Pim's Cups.
You know, when we...
Like the lawn flamingos, that would be great.
When we first moved into the house, like within a year, my mother gave us a games set which had badminton. And I thought it had croquet too. I guess I'm wrong. It had a few games in it. I remember we played badminton once, and I was kind of terrible at the backhand, as I always am.
And our neighbor made fun of us.
As I always am, because I was always terrible at tennis. Although I got a wicked serve, I got to tell you. But like so many things, if I just had a little more training, I'd be an ace.
Errol says, had friends that used to have BB gun wars. They wanted me to join in. Told them, no, I like my eyesight. Exactly. Shoot your eye out, kid.
I mean, and we're talking a literal Ralphie thing. And the fact is, enough people have done that, and it's like, but BB guns are still on the market. We cannot have Jarts because we can't have nice things, but BB guns are still on the market. Mm-hmm.
Well, I was as I said about jars one time a long time ago, like, okay, you can't buy jars, but you can buy knives. You could just take a bunch of knives and throw them at hoops.
You can go to Harbor Freight and buy this thing that looks like you could gut a very large animal with it, because that's what it's used for. Is that not a deadly weapon? That thing will kill. Many things will kill. I don't need to get into the whole politics of this, but let's just say a certain organization is keeping BB guns on the market. And that sounds like something
throwing
that
hatchets.
would really
exactly.
into you.
Yeah, you could do like axe throwing.
Axe throwing
You can do
happens.
axe throwing, but not jarts.
Axe throwing happens at places where you can buy like 47 beers.
Exactly.
And it's a self-serve tap. You just put the credit card in, pour. Have 16 pints, throw hatchets. That's not a problem. I think it's in a cage, which is a very wise decision. One is just saying. I mean, this was usually featured on that show, World's Dumbest, which we adored. And I'm not even sure they're making them anymore, but it was freaking hilarious, and there should be a great DVD set. Just like there should have been a great set of Insomniac, which is not on a DVD set. And Insomniac describes me at Ohana. Although, honestly, I do conk out pretty hard, and then I wake up at 2. I'm awake.
I'm going to finish my
And I go to the
water.
upper deck and DJ. I think I did play Nick some great Chicago songs, probably starting with Question Mark. Who might have actually been Detroit, now that I think of it. Oh, close enough. Hey, all those groups played pretty hard. Chicago themselves were really based on the...
Oh, Love World's Dumbest. Is that
Seriously?
on?
I think it's gone. But it ran for years. Chicago was really taking their format from the Buckinghams. Basically, like kind of a white soul group with horns. There you go.
All right.
Or the, who am I thinking of? Ohio group, the Can't Wait Forever.
Oh, Lou.
Outsiders.
Lou from Rumbar Records.
Lou from Rumbar is awesome. I will say that on the air.
Yes.
I've said that before when he was on the air with us.
Malibu Lou.
I'll say that again. Malibu Lou is one of the most chill people ever. And all he does is run a record label that plays seriously balls to the wall rock.
I know.
Man, those groups are good. We've lost some of them within the past year. I believe Christine and the Unclean.
Justine.
No, Justine, thank you. Justine and the Unclean.
Hi, Mike. Good to see you.
Is no longer with us, and that's way too young. And they rocked hard. I love those CDs. That's excellent. But Joe, Lou was just passing out koozies and coasters. Everything.
I love it, Mike. That sounds like
Super.
so much fun.
Yeah.
You can see clips of World's Dumbest on YouTube, but I don't think the show's running anymore. Yeah.
You can find it places.
We don't have cable, but man, I did love that show.
We've got the internet and we've got advertisements, and you can get past that and go. Oh, really? You would just like a little Prosecco?
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
That's because you got your orange wheel now.
I poured out my ice. Thank you.
Don't eat ice with
I wouldn't
chilled
want to
Prosecco.
drip on our new sofa.
That's why I'm very carefully.
We're coming to you from our new sofa.
Coming to you live. We are live. It's true.
Coming to you live from the
Not
Velveteen,
Memorex. And if you remember that, you're a certain age.
from the plush Velveteen sofa.
Pretty plush Velveteen Lounge. There was a Velveteen Lounge in New Orleans.
Plush Velveteen sofa.
No relation. And I think they're probably a little irritated that we took the URL.
I know.
Oh, well, that's life, people. But I bet it's an awesome place. So, like, no shame
But if you're watching,
on them.
let's do a collaboration.
The way you keep bubbles cold is you put them in a bed of ice. And since we have 2 ice buckets, I did that.
Thank you.
Wasn't that good? But we're not buying the bar where I could keep them in the fridge. So there you go. World's Dumbest. Love that because the stupidity is staggering, and it's everywhere. And so many of these things come from like New York State and California and little Rhode Island, where I cut my teeth. And I'm like, how in the world are you people that dumb? But they are, and they keep it up, people. Hello. Insomnia.
From the sofa. Tried to keep from you and send you a cheap white copy instead. Yes.
You heard about that.
I posted about it in Patreon.
You heard about that.
It was so bad.
It arrived. It was this huge box. It was super heavy. We dragged the thing up the stairs and upended it. And, of course, it's got a gouge in it.
Because the FedEx guy just dumped it in the lawn.
There you go. Hey, I mean, I don't expect him to drag it to my house.
No, but
that's not his
the
job.
guy who delivered this one, he at least didn't dump it.
Yeah.
Hi, Nicole.
Hey,
Thank
Nicole.
you.
Thank you so
Appreciate that.
That's so cool. So she takes a look at the box, and there's a big bracket
And it
that
says
says
white.
And she's like, and I'm like, well, there's a gouge in the box. Let me take the flashlight to this. I'm like, this is not gold. Wrong. So she has to get an RA. We have to like paste it on. We have to drag the thing back out.
Sorry.
Order another one again, which arrived the next day. I was like, the day the first one arrived would have been great.
Sorry, work calls, but autocorrect just, I was typing the word east and it changed it to easy. Like, east is a word. What? I mean, I can see you auto-correcting something that's not. This is a word.
Artificial intelligence, or should I say artificial intelligence. Yeah, you're dealing with it right now. You know what? It's going to work really great someday. And if it displaces some jobs, they're probably not great jobs. But right now, it's kind of auto-wreck, gotta say.
Well, it's just, hello.
East
is word. You know another word that autocorrect hates? Tea. T-E-A. Like the thing you sip. It always wants to change it.
You mean cup of tea?
Tea, yes. Tea is a word.
Like we make every morning. People make fun of tea drinkers, and I'm like, we drink tea all the time. My grandparents drank tea. It was strong stuff. You know, it'll get you where you're going. So, hey, I recommend tea. I recommend herbal tea. I recommend that stuff that's kind of medicinal. All sorts of great stuff going on. But black tea from Ceylon.
Hi, Kalaka boy. Good
Maybe
to
that's
see
good.
you.
Maybe that's good. Oh, yeah. I was in Kalaka for a while.
Florida's Micah. Yes, we have been to the Maikai. We've seen Charles Phoenix.
We saw him when we were.
We saw him at.
When we were on that Maikai trip, we were actually at Gugula, and he did his presentation, and he was hilarious because Charles is hilarious.
Always tries to autocorrect my name to hear.
Oh. You know,
can you? Is there any way you can go in and change that on your phone? Because that's stupid.
You know, Joe might be here, but he is not.
You know, I want to keep my orange wheel. This is stupid. I'm just having Prosecco, but it's hard to sip this with the orange wheel there, so I'm using the straw.
You use a straw with the Aperol spritz, mostly.
This isn't an Aperol spritz.
Well, maybe you just switch down, and that's fine. It's fine.
It is.
Although the Aperol is very low octane, adds some certain bitterness and sweetness, which is a good thing.
Dave's not here, man. Exactly. Exactly.
Dave's not here, you know?
Joe's not here. Man, Joe's not here. He's here.
Somebody referred to that this weekend, and it might have been me, where someone was talking about all the Daves. I'm like, Dave's not here. Kind of a hilarious thing. Stoner jokes. There's a corollary thing, which I'm not going to talk about here, but PM me, and I'll tell you a hilarious story at Ohana, which I adore. That's the thing.
Were you looking for me? Exactly.
No.
There were Joes and...
Hey, Joe.
Joes and Dave.
Hey, Joe. You know, and all the Joes turn around. They're like, no, my name is also Joe. You know?
It's like the Simpsons.
Yeah. No, my son.
Bort. My son is also named Bort.
I swear to Pete these things. That's the kicker. But Maikai, of course, is awesome. I believe it was opening up again. They had a really bad fire in the kitchen.
They had a flood or something, right?
I think they had both, and kind of wrecked things.
Geez.
The place is a certain age. It's probably not exactly up to code, although I think they have a massive amount of fireproofing there because of the floor show.
Joe's, Dave's, and Chris's.
It's so kind of awesome. It's kind of awesome. There was somebody on one of those shows who was talking about, you just go into a crowd. You go into a crowd and just go like, Dave, hey, Mike, you know. I see who turns around. 10 people turn around.
I feel like the mics that were there, there's Mike Rosato.
Mm-hmm. Who's obvious?
Mike Bargoyle, but no one calls him Mike.
Nobody calls him Michael. Except when I have a bone to pick with him, like, hello, Michael, you know. But no, he's silly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, this is a stupid conversation.
Yes, it is. And thank you,
Yeah.
Eric. Somebody
I
had to
am
say
Larry. It's my brother Daryl. It's my other brother Daryl.
Thank you.
I love
Thank
Larry,
you.
Daryl, and Daryl.
Yeah. That fire show with all this kind of rattan kicking around
Yes.
the place. You're like, ah! And I got to think that in 1956...
The Daves started a Facebook tiki group.
We know those
That's
Daves.
hilarious.
The Daves and the Toms, you know, there's a thing. And Dave and Tom frequently travel together. And, of course, are part of your enablers group. And I think, I adore you people. You just do incredibly hysterical, stupid things that I think, I'm not going to do that. Glad you are.
I just got paid.
Hello. Well, all right. Excellent.
So I am taking calls while we're live.
Can I have $5? No, I'm not going to say that. That's not the deal. We don't do that kind of thing around here. But we will absolutely support what you're doing, and we appreciate if people throw some tips down at the event. Obviously, at the bottom of the page here, if you're like, I love your shtick, I love what you're doing, I'll Venmo you a tip. It's right there. You've heard about the product, we have it. We have the wine glass, we have it. We still have records. I didn't hawk records at the event. Idiot. They're like, they work very well for us these days. It's great stuff. So that's the thing. That's you can do that. And we also have our patrons. We adore you, of course, because it keeps this thing going, and you get actual value out of your subscription. So there you go. That's the commercial plug. Last time I wanted to do it.
Daryl and Meryl. I was doing a lot of Meet Joe this past weekend.
Errol, you've actually mentioned it before, and I thought it was hilarious then. It's still hilarious.
I think it's so funny that the Dave started a Facebook group. Yes, Amy, we did try the coconut Dr. Pepper, and it was very good.
It's actually quite good.
I enjoyed it quite a bit.
I passed out a few of those to people who were like, oh, I haven't been able to find this.
We put some in the cooler on Sunday. Yeah.
So some people drove away from Ohana knowing that they were going to enjoy one of those later. I thought the flavor profile worked very well, so much better than the name
really
sounds. Good. So I think they got the balance right.
Yes, Amy provides us with so many delicious snacks and beverages.
I'm telling you. Some people want to picture.
I think Dave LeBlanc started it. That makes sense to me.
Dave LeBlanc was grilling for us for hours on Saturday.
I know.
And I finally got around to thanking him today, and he was just like, "Well, look, I kind of enjoyed it." I'm like, "I think you're a grill master like I am, so there you go. But I don't expect to put you to work." So anybody who volunteered to do a little something for us, which is like about half the people here. Thank you.
Okay,
always.
Good night, Nick. Yes.
Hey, Nicky. Okay.
I know.
For God's sake, get out of here.
Connie and Ronnie in the fam.
Oh.
The Connie and Ronnie in the fam. Oh, Gettysburg fam. That's funny.
Is that sort of thing is that the sort of thing where the parents thought it was really funny to name the kids different variations on the first letter?
Oh, the Banazarac Joe.
Connie, Ronnie, Donnie, Tommy. Boom.
The Banazarac is really good.
Oh, yeah,
Happy 4th, Nick.
Oh, yes, absolutely, please. Look.
Yeah, the Banazarac. Dan is very generous. I'm sure he would share the recipe. Actually, he did once.
Oh, you did?
On here.
I think it's basically a Sazerac with the banana liqueur, and he's using the Banana do Brazil from, who makes that?
Giffard.
Giffard product is one of maybe 2 or 3 of these liqueurs that's actually made from banana. It's the only thing you should be using with banana. It's really, really, really good. We first got hit to that from that joint downtown that we shot at.
There is another high-end banana liqueur available now.
We saw a few, yeah.
Oh, I just saw one.
I thought that Brizard is doing the banana now.
Are they?
Which is yet another French liqueur. It's like they all are making excellent product out of natural flavors.
You definitely don't want to get one of the cheapo ones because the ones that are radioactive and yellow.
Yellow. I will not name the product that everybody knows. You know it. I don't need to tell you what it is.
It has bananas.
Fairly flake flavor. I think what they did was take a bunch of Laffy Taffy and infuse it. And there you go. There's your flavor.
Dan is here. Hey! Hi, Dan. Had 2 Banazaracs tonight.
I have.
You've got fans here. I'm just saying.
Look, Dan, I have 2 things to say about that.
You've got fans.
First of all, Banazarac.
Do 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 do.
Banazarac.
Do 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 do.
Banazarac.
Do 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 do.
Anyway, Dano, if you could share the Banazarac formula, if you choose, people who would appreciate it. If not, then maybe we could PM something. That's fine.
Oh,
I had a few of those, and maybe that was not a great idea, but it was so good.
Off-topic question. I see your fruit slice garnish there. Have you ever made candied sliced fruit for your drinks? I love making them for drinks.
We've not done that. Have we?
Didn't I do it? I did it once for the holidays.
You did?
I need to do it again. That's such a good idea.
We've made fruit cake out of like real candied fruit, not a bunch of crap and nuts and all that. It was actually
I
really
just remember
good.
Like sugaring fruit one time.
Yeah, you did. It was good.
But I think that was sugared and not candy.
You also made what was it? Plum pudding or figgy pudding?
I did make.
We made a figgy pudding.
But I love the idea of doing like a candied
cool.
fruit.
Yeah, I mean, you use natural flavors and really intense flavors, and away you go. You made banana liqueur once. It was awesome. We still have some. The flavor holds up. Although I got to tell you, when you're done with the infusion, the stuff that's left over looks horrible. It looks like something out of the X-Files.
It was like when I made strawberry liqueur.
Yeah, that looked diseased.
The stuff that was left, like the leavings of the strawberries, because it leaches all the color from the strawberries into the liqueur.
So you ended up with gray strawberries.
Yeah,
and it's just
so
hideous.
Gross.
Tell you what, strain it out, throw it in the compost, you're done. Here we go.
Dan shared
one rye, one cognac, half Banana du Brazil, 0.3, or is that 3?
A third of an ounce.
A third demerara syrup, absinthe spray, lemon twist. It's a beautiful thing.
Oh, Lisa, yeah, if
Beautiful
you do,
world.
let us know how it comes out. Lisa says, I would love to try making candied fruit.
Candied ginger sounds like easy and good.
Okay, so I'm going to read it for people on Facebook.
Okay.
The Banazarac recipe.
Banazarac.
1 rye, 1 cognac, half Banana de Brazil, a third demerara syrup, absinthe spray, lemon twist.
Well,
so you get one of those little cocktail misters and
put your absinthe or absinthe substitute in there, and like you probably want to spray the glass, add some cubes, put in probably 1 ounce of rye, 1 ounce of cognac, half an ounce of Banana de Brazil, a third of an ounce of demerara syrup. Give it a stir, twist, boom. If you want to flame the twist, big fun, but you don't have to. Boom. Yes. There you go.
You should enter at the cocktail contest. Seriously. I mean, I know you've already premiered it at a. Well, actually, that's sorry, it's sponsored by Patron. Never mind. It used to not be sponsored, and you could do anything, but now that it's sponsored by Patron, then you need to use Patron. Never mind.
I think Dano has other things to do.
Never mind.
And he keeps doing them. Bang, bang, bang. Like making great music, like making great cocktails, like giving people a really great idea of what is a great time. So what was your cognac that you used in there? I know what you used for rye. It's an excellent rye. It works every time.
They're all the same. Lisa's candied ginger is awesome, though it turns out slightly different each time. We think due to the humidity. Always good, though. So I made a new batch of fire cider today, and I did slightly different things. I made fire cider back in April, and we're plowing through it. So I did it again.
The fire cider.
Peychaud's bitters too. Okay, so
Peychaud's, yes,
Peychaud's bitters too.
Kind of critical to a Sazerac.
If you're writing down the Sazerac, the Banazarac recipe over on Facebook, Peychaud's bitters too.
So, Amy, did you miss the Banazarac recipe?
Yes, Amy. You know what? I'm gonna take a screenshot and DM it to you.
There you go. We can throw that down.
Okay.
Pretty easy. I was asking Dan about the cognac, and if you've already laid it down, I'm sorry. I'll take a look once she's done taking a screenshot.
Okay, hold on.
But I'm interested in that such a thing. Because we will go to one of our favorite joints, King's. I was wearing a King's t-shirt on Saturday for a while, and somebody said, King's, awesome place. I'm like, yes. One of my coworkers just sent me a message about that. And
ooh, Mike, that sounds great.
We'll get a sidecar there, and they are spot on. Better than most places.
A favorite Manhattan. There's a virgin called the Serpico.
Serpico at Gianna's in Las Vegas. Hello.
Nice.
Well, Michael, I wish you would actually have that. Take pictures and report with us because I know that's awesome. Kind of awesome. Be right back. So,
okay.
Good.
Just think of Tootsie. Will he be back? So, oh, Mike, okay, so you're not in Vegas now, or are you in Vegas now? We've been saying we need to get back to Vegas. There's so much new stuff since we were there last. I think we were there last in 2014. It's been a long time. That's 10 years. Can you believe that's 10 years? Ugh. May the 4th be with you, jeez. Okay, cognac was Total Wine, ABK 6 VS. Okay, I'm going to copy that too. We don't have Total Wine here. Okay. I believe that's in New Jersey, though. New York is super weird with liquor stores. Actually, that was one of the Ohana conversations, is different liquor laws, different places, and people come to New York and they're shocked that they can't buy liquor in the supermarket, or even wine in the supermarket other than the low proof Chateau Diana, which is not good. Oh, Vegas is tomorrow. Vegas tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow. Tonight is my dad. Oh, Mike, have fun in Vegas. Oh, it's so exciting. Amy says Vegas. There was talk of a Vegas trip that needs to be planned. We're in on that. I would love to do that. That would be so much fun. Oh, Dime says we won't be attending Ohana next year because we're trying to save up for a house. That's exciting, though. Oh my gosh. Buying a house. Our house needs a lot of work. We will be at Ohana next year because it's our local and it's easy for us to get to. But I get that if it's a haul, you're not going to make the trip every year. Because people always ask us, are you going to be at Tiki Oasis this year? And we're like, no. Because it's, you have to get on a plane and all of the things.
You have to do all the things.
You have to do all of the things. But I like the Vegas idea because, okay, it's been 10 years since we've been to Vegas, but can't you fly to Vegas fairly cheaply?
Usually, yes. They want to get you there.
The first time I ever went to Vegas, Paul's pouring me a new water.
Mm-hmm.
This house is like the movie The Money Pit. Oh, God. Mm-hmm. I know.
Seriously? I think a few people
we
here
need
can
to do a lot
answer
of work
that.
To our house. So the first time I was ever in Las Vegas, I had so much fun, but Gettysburg Ma'am says, I was currently house shopping at Lowe's for sheds. That's my budget.
Lowe's has some great sheds.
I love a good shed. Mm-hmm. We bought a turquoise shed on Wayfair a few years ago.
It was made out of extremely thin steel, and you had to put it together and be very careful about popping it together because the supports go in, and then suddenly you got this ribs, and suddenly it's this very sturdy structure. But it was pretty flimsy to start with. It's amazing that such a thing can happen, and modern technology can do that for you. And it's turquoise, and it's very cool. And we store everything in there, and I built a platform for it on the base out of like a bunch of 1x3s that we just happen to have because it needed a better floor. The whole thing sits on a pallet, and that's where I showed up the pallet. So we're in great shape.
So the first time I went to Vegas, my boyfriend, and I still lived in California at the time, so this is how long ago this was, because I moved to New York in 1990. My boyfriend had won bus tickets at some event in one of those drawings. Mm-hmm. So I packed for Vegas, and his mother drove us to the bus depot. And she took one look at the things I packed, and she was like, you didn't take a coat? And I was like, no, it's the desert. So she gave me her, like, gray puffer. Mm-hmm. And we went, And we were in the sketchiest hotel. Like, I mean, well, actually, he won the like all expenses paid trip. So the hotel was included too. But it's like we were on the bus and we were at this sketchy hotel. But it was so much fun because I don't think we were so young. I don't think we slept the whole time we were there. Because
Just
like
keep going.
it was a 24-hour city and all you can eat buffets. And it's like, there was when Vegas was really kind of old school.
Yep.
So when I think about it now, I'm like, this was so sketchy, but we had such a good time. So it's like I had packed this like little slinky dress and wearing this slinky dress on the puffer coat. And I remember coming away from there with a deck of cards from Slots of Fun. So somewhere I still have a deck of cards from Slots of Fun.
Hilarious.
I do need a she shed. You are correct.
You always talk about Glendora's she shed where she would shoot her show. But ultimately, she just
I
needs
do
to
need
be on
a
a
she shed.
stage set.
You are correct.
He's been on a stage yet.
Yes.
Too true. Or a Shangri-La shed. Ah, hilarious. Yeah, there's during lockdown, which many people have forgotten about, and I think they should remember because it's a very important period. It's important to remember what the government was doing at the time, because before it wasn't doing good things, and there were people who were actually like forced out of the office, who were like, "Where am I going to work?" And if you worked,
Kelly's Sugar Shack, I love it.
If you worked in Manhattan, of course, you were forced to work in a closet, which would drove people insane. Really kind of terrible. If you're in the burbs and you had some space in the backyard and you didn't really have an office in the house, you could kind of buy a shed and convert it into a thing and put electricity and AC in it. And like, hey, I got a little place I can work. It was kind of great.
Instant tiki bar.
Hey, for the art.
Sure.
Because like during that period, I used to have like 4 offices. I would call it, I have the front office, tiki bar. I have like the center office, which is right here, because they both have standing desks. The standing desk is a bar.
The bar.
And I had the back office. I love the back office too, because you would just go outside and just sit there with the laptop and go away. And I'm in this sort of paradisical place with the rattan and the reed fence, and I could just sit there and enjoy the sun, and it was great. It's a good thing.
Amy said my old roommate and I got scolded by a bartender for walking to a bar in a sketchy neighborhood in Vegas.
What are you doing that for? Don't go there.
Oh, Errol says my home office chair is a lawn chair.
Sounds perfect, Errol.
Well done.
I think you're like totally rocking with that. I also had the lower office because I built an office space in the basement.
Lower office. Oh,
and
God,
I'll be in the basement office, which kind of sounds like that show about the IT squad.
Yeah, kind of.
Hello, how are you? Have you plugged it in? You know, great show.
That show is so funny.
So, but yes, and like the lower office is currently
Doug,
cramped.
Hi, good to
but
see you.
I gotta like bug it out. Back to the boat and Wi-Fi. Woohoo!
Nice.
I love it. Here's like a lot of the Ohana crowd and other correspondents who couldn't be there, and like we just appreciate so much that all of you can be here. All of you can be here. So many of you are patrons on Patreon. We appreciate that so much. It really keeps us going. And you might have gotten a little special party at Ohana. I'll reveal that.
Oh, but if you're a patron who has not sent us your address,
please do.
Make sure you do it.
Please do. We have goodies for you. And if you would like to be a patron, velveteenlounge.patreon.com.
Patreon.com/Velveteen Lounge.
Thank you. There you go. Levels from $5 to $20. $20 gets you Glendora's horoscopes and tarot readings
and more
every month.
And more.
And everybody gets like certain other goodies. There's a lot of content. You were just arranging that today, as a matter of fact.
Working on the July benefits.
Because it was the 3rd of July.
And the weather was fine. Will he be back? You gonna have some bubbles?
Maybe.
Save a few more bubbles for me. Oh, cute. Oh, Errol's saying during lockdown it was nice not driving to work, but I realized I have to buy my own coffee pay for the electric to run the company computer. Still like it though.
Ultimately, sacrifices have to be made.
I remember
Although
we had a pool, and I remember one day Paul was like,
That was-
"I'm working from the pool." This was one of those big inflatable pools that everyone bought,
Mhm.
and then it got a hole in it.
that was me.
So,
I regret my decision to mow too close to the pool because I spilled a lot of water on the lawn.
so
But I'll fix it and we'll put it back up
But he-
because it's super hot out there now.
he mentioned like he was going to fix the pool. I'm like, well, I hope you do.
Good luck. People think you
Hope
can't
you
do that.
do.
The hole's too close. I'm like,
Oh,
vinyl
Gettysburg,
cement.
ma'am!
Boom.
Happy 4th!
Happy 4th, people.
Going into Christmas mode after tomorrow. I was thinking about that today.
Seriously.
I was like, the holidays will be here before you know it.
Didn't we already go into half Christmas during the Hanukkah?
Yes.
You reached
Yes,
the
we
exact
are
middle point
past half
of-
Christmas.
and then like you're going to be there. You're going to be there.
Our Halloween
Ooh.
tree is going to be up in a heartbeat. But I will tell you one thing I realized
2.5 months.
looking at the calendar.
Yes.
Paul's birthday is on a Wednesday.
Oh. Guess what?
So we'll be doing. My birthday was on Wednesday too. So we're going to be
Hello.
doing a Paul
Hmm.
birthday episode.
We did something for you. It was good.
We should saber 40s of old man Bear who's Chirtawada. Oh.
Somebody was sabering.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suzanne was holding the bottle.
Yeah. They're making a video like, stand back. I'm like, I'm no idiot. Of course you stand back. Where's
He
the
says, I
safety
saw
goggles?
a post about Summerween. Yep.
Oh,
we
there
are
we go.
way past halfway to Halloween.
Just saw some great coupes recently. I like that little, like, pip in the middle, which is great. This is
Oh,
a great way
Mike,
to serve the
that's
bubbles.
so great.
Mhm.
Wasn't it just Memorial Day? Yes.
Yes.
Julie, this whole year,
Takes no
can
time.
I have a little topper?
Sure, of course.
This
That's what we're
whole
here
year has been bat bleep
for. Bat bleep.
crazy.
Bat bleep crazy.
Thank you.
Didn't we see bat bleep during the party?
Bat bleep. Crazy.
Bat bleep.
No, it really has been nuts.
Nerds. I will take a few bitters, which kind of makes it a champagne cocktail.
Well, then hell, I'll take some bitters too.
Well, all right then.
Saber 40s of old man beer.
Yep.
I think that's.
But I
so
thought it was
funny.
hilarious who was savoring. I didn't get his name. And they did it, and it worked, and we had some bubbles. Also, Mr. Verzandi was having bubbles on one of those days, and you were offended by the fact that he was drinking out of a plastic cup, so you
I
got him
know.
a flute, and he really appreciated it.
Somebody should correct it.
And boom.
I'm pretty sure his name was John, but.
Yep.
Recorded true, learning the art of savoring. Yes.
You recorded that. Oh, I want to see that. Yeah.
Oh, Dime. Amy brought us the Moxie.
Yes.
Paul's a big fan.
I like the stuff. Very few people do outside of Maine, and it's really hard to get outside
And
of New
he
England.
did.
But I think it's kind of great stuff.
Oh yeah. Doing Halloween with the Velveteen Lounge.
Yep.
Yeah, the savoring was interesting.
I have seen it demonstrated, and at the end of the day, you just have to like grab a seriously sharp sword and hold on your bottle super tight, and you have to hit
Oh,
at the right
jeez.
point. So it's just like, bang, and that just comes right off.
I
And you
just
think,
saw
broken glass
saw
in my
Errol's post.
cocktail?
my brothers-in-law were taking
But hey.
a pool down. It still had water in it. He recommended they drain it. They wrestled that last screw out and dumped hundreds of gallons in their basement. No, that's terrible.
Remove glasses. Raise hand, lower forehead.
Oh, but yeah, Mike says we've been going
Raise
to Vegas
hand.
for 30 plus
Raise forehead.
years. This week is 10 times rewards on all games. Ooh.
Hello. A little bonus for you. That's a thing.
There is an art to it for sure. It was taking
Very
a
specific.
while to show people.
Yeah.
We were watching
Weren't
them.
they showing Jeff how to do this?
Well, we
somebody?
were watching them show different people how to do it, and yeah, it was taking a while for each person.
I think I would do it with like gloves, safety glasses, maybe a bulletproof vest. You got to make sure that like
Oh, Gettysburg
flying
Man.
glass doesn't hit you.
Boy, it's time to think about New Year's Eve again, isn't it? Oh boy.
We may do a
Yeah, Suzanne's
truncated
spouse,
version of that
but
again.
is,
Yep.
is his name? I feel like his name is John. Am I
Okay.
wrong?
Oh, so that's who's doing it. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
You know, Suzanne's spouse, but
It's a good guy.
John.
He was very safety concerned. I'm like, well, of course.
Well, that's
You're busting into
good to
a
be safety
champagne bottle.
concerned when you're savoring a bottle of champagne.
You know?
Oh my gosh.
So the thing is, before there is a
Time you can get Moxie in Indiana. Oh, by the
Whoa, wait
way,
a minute.
he was asking about, do you mix it with anything? He likes it straight, but yes, he has come up with.
Well, if my buddy Joe is still here, who runs the game day, I remember another guy named Joe showed up to that with bottles of cans of Moxie, and said, "Hey, you mix stuff out of really terrible tasting stuff. Make a cocktail out of this that tastes good." And I said, I accept that challenge.
In Oklahoma too.
I said I accept that challenge, and I did.
I just want to reply to Amy.
Sure, please.
I saw it on Sunday night, so I don't know if they were doing it other times, but I definitely saw it Sunday night, and you were gone.
Yeah, but we had some
Pouting
cooler.
that you were gone.
We had some kind of the cooler because I think that look, what makes Moxie bitter is gentian root, which is the same stuff in bitters. So it's actually an excellent base for things. Yeah.
I gotta read this.
Hmm?
Mike says, I fenced saber in the 1980 Olympic tryouts.
No way.
Made it through the first round. Cut literally in the second round. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Ow. Ow. Ow.
My dad took fencing lessons
It's an
when
art.
we first moved to California.
It's an art. It's a very specific thing. You know, there were some famous fencers. I think Lucien Gaudin had a cocktail named after him. He was in like the 1928 Olympics. Hello. That's the kind of thing. And then, haven't you found out during all these word games you played that there, of course, is a fencing tool known as the épée, a short sword. This sword, that sword.
So-
En garde. You know, boom,
I
boom,
always
boom.
knew the term foil.
But you know, and you have all this protective gear
Remember,
because
he had
you know,
the mask. And
you get protective gear because in life, without all that stuff, you'd be taking someone's eye out. You'll knife your eye out, kid.
Root? So that stuff is kind of pricey. Really?
No, gentian.
Oh, gentian.
Yeah, ginseng should not be
I'm gonna
pricey.
put my
It really should.
legs up on my gigantic sofa.
Yeah, you're gonna put it up on.
Gigantic for us sofa.
Well, it's actually back to the original size.
Compared to the tiny love seat, this
You
is...
go back several years when we were shooting behind the purple sofa, and you probably could see it. And we got rid of it, and then we kind of regretted the size.
Oh, look, I
but
can
we
put
finally
my feet
are
up.
back at a sort of a section
I
that
can
works.
lounge.
Well, you're lounging on the chaise longue. So there you go.
I know.
We were just talking about Suzanne Long. Here's the chaise longue.
I'm so easily pleased.
Yes. Well, you're not.
Ultimately, I really am easily pleased.
Yeah, it's not like you're demanding. You just want it the way you want it. Is that so
I don't
wrong?
think I'm demanding at all.
No.
I mean, I sent back when they sent us the wrong sofa. I sent it back, but I mean that's a sofa. I'm not paying that kind of money to get the wrong thing.
You didn't demand an RA. You requested it, and you got it. There you go. Isn't that easy? I'm just saying you should be able to get what you want.
Aloha, Joy.
Hey,
Good
Joy.
to see you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
It pays for very quick, tall, and skinny guys. And was not sure what it was used for, but it seems like it was sort of that like secondary dagger that you're boom, boom, boom kind of thing, like the espada. The espada
I know
is a Spanish name for a very short sword you'd use in knife fights,
nothing about
which is the source of the term spade and the ace of spades. Oh, we're being shelled.
I'm hearing fireworks.
We're being shelled. We're not quite there yet, and we're being shelled.
I figured tomorrow on the way home we'll be seeing a lot of fireworks.
I'm glad to see the displays. I love them. I know that people are don't like it for the pets. I hear you.
Lisa laughed and said Kelly is lounging at the Velveteen Lounge. Yes, I am.
Maybe I can put my
I finally can.
feet up on this ottoman. Atume.
Yeah,
And here we go.
over there.
Oh, I kind of enjoyed that quite a bit. And I've got my
I am lounging.
my coupe of bubbles when we're talking about épées. And there we go. Coupe épée. And but yes, we found out about that because we've been telling tarot, which involves 4 suits in the major in the minor arcana has the 4 suits.
Yes.
Which are the pentacles, which is the source of the modern card suit.
Diamonds.
Diamonds. The cups, the source of the modern card suit.
Hearts.
The wands, the source of the modern card suit.
Clubs.
And the
Spades.
No, what? No.
Swords.
The swords, the source of the modern card suit. Spades.
Yes.
Spade sounds like sort of a garden tool. A spada is the source of the modern knife,
Ooh.
which is used in that. So there you go.
Oh, jeez.
The only thing the modern deck does away with is a lot of the face cards used in the tarot deck. But there you go.
Dimes has been blowing them off over here since yesterday. I'm surprised they haven't here. And he says, "Oh, we'll get into Caesars just in time for the fireworks." I love that.
If Vegas is doing a fireworks display, it's like going to Disney.
For Caesars.
And they do it every day. That's the kicker. Now, when we both lived in Brooklyn, New York,
oh god,
you had to stay in on the 4th.
The first year I was in Brooklyn, on the 4th of July, I was like, "Oh, I'll go out and do
Sure.
things." Like,
sounds like fun. Go see the Macy's display.
Well, that was a whole different debacle, but but yeah, like you would just be walking down the street, like I think I'll get some food, like a firework would land right in front of you. It was just like walking through shelling.
Kids throwing M80s. It's
yeah,
like,
it was just like being shelled. I don't know if it's still like that, but that was disturbing.
We bear in mind that like the origin of the cherry bomb is this was like a munition that was used by the military to simulate gunfire. So when troops were being trained, they would just throw these things and they would know that they're being shot at. They weren't really, but you had to simulate it. So that's dangerous, man. I tell you.
So then
I don't like such things.
My good friend and former roommate, Zach, and I just kind of decided at a certain point that like we were not going to go out on the 4th. So we had to make sure we had lots of stuff.
Provisions.
I think our other roommates would go out.
Yeah.
But we were both kind of traumatized by it. Like, and then we realized we could kind of get up on the roof. I don't think we were supposed to be up there, but like we realized one year you could kind of climb a ladder to get to the roof. So were you there for that? Did I know you?
I was not there for that.
One year we kind of climbed up to our roof.
I was there one time when you and I climbed up to our roof, to your roof, and we had a great time watching the fireworks. Yeah, we did that.
Yeah, it's great if you don't have to leave the house.
We did that, and after that, we had a great time. So, yeah, I remember that. It was a long time.
I feel like we're going to get caught in a lot of traffic tomorrow.
Yeah, probably. Truth. It's the 4th. Although people will be going to the beach and stuff, so I don't know. If it's in your town, you're going to go to like the place where they blow them off.
We're working 2 different events, so there are events that a lot of people will be at.
Yep.
So I'm just thinking like, oh, it's going to be a lot of traffic.
Yeah, Errol, M80s but no lawn darts.
Exactly.
Seriously?
Wasn't that a Runaways song?
We heard that after the party on Thursday, I believe, when the DJ, I believe it was Swankenstein was playing, and he dropped down Cherry Bomb. I'm like, yeah, Runaways, baby. Great stuff.
He was playing great stuff.
He was really doing it, and like I appreciate a lot of the hard rock groups of that period. Some of them are sort of metal, some of them sort of glam. Love them all. Love them all.
Oh, my last apartment had a flat roof. Used to watch the fireworks up there.
There you go.
That's the thing. Like if you can get there, it beats going out and being shelled.
Up on the roof, you're less likely to have things land on you. Although the town I grew up in used to blow fireworks at the town beach. They had a barge where they were blowing them off from, and at one point, like something goes up, comes flat down, and lands in the crowd.
Oh,
boom,
no.
boom, boom, boom. Yeah, that was like a lot of no fun. Yeah.
Bridget.
Sparks. Hey, Bridget. Hi. So yeah. Excellent.
He's great. Oh, Gaylord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gaylord always good because he's been doing it for so long that he knows. And if Joe McDonough's still here, I was coming.
Oh, Daniel, nice. I can see the fireworks from my balcony.
Excellent. That's exactly
what you want on the 4th of July.
From our capital city, Albany, you should be able to see excellent fireworks. I'm glad if you can. If Joe McDonough's here, Gaylord actually drops the creation during his set, and I was telling Joe, I was like, this is so excellent. This is this crazy amphetamine-fueled mod music that we love, and you don't know this yet. Now he does. So I went up to Gaylord and said, thank you so much for playing Creation.
Oh boy.
Great song.
Chris says, I grew up on a cul-de-sac, and it was a war between both sides. Literally had to use shovels and plows to scoop up the shrapnel the next morning. Oh my gosh.
Seriously. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air.
Oh, Gettysburg Ma'am says, we
The
see our
V2s
town's fireworks from
through
our
the night.
backyard, and so we end up hosting everyone. Well, yeah, if you
Hello.
can see the fireworks.
Hello.
There are too many trees around here. We do see some.
If you get up on the 20-foot ladder, you can actually see what's going
We
on.
did do that last year.
Now, if you get on our roof, you'd be slightly terrified because of the pitch. So we don't do that.
I think we'll
I kind of feel like we should build a crow's nest and get up there. Hi.
Well, I kind of feel like we'll be home too late tomorrow, but
Yeah, we will.
there was one year we were driving home from something and we were seeing fireworks all
All
around
over the
us
place.
on the highway. So I'm like, you know what? We're just gonna get surround like IMAX fireworks.
When we
probably.
attended Asbury Park Surf Music Fest the first year, which was 2017, I believe, I remember seeing Los Straight Jackets play.
Yeah, it's
And
high
I was-
tide summer holiday.
I was filming them, videoing them, and way up the coast you could see fireworks displays. So it was very cool.
Oh boy. From our deck at home, we can see fireworks from 5 different shows. I call it the Rim of Fire. I love it.
I fell into a burning rim of fire.
Lived on the 22nd floor.
Thanks for the setup, Mike.
Ah!
Yep. At the university.
I love it.
Excellent. Yeah, this is what it's all about. It's
Fun.
like if you're going to get a good display, like you need to actually have places to see it from,
Mm-hmm.
and like in an urban location, there's going to be a lot of places,
Well, and it
and you
needs
probably don't
to
have to go
be
far.
low stress.
Don't travel there. Don't take an hour to get there. Come on. We have friends who live on the beach in Milford, Connecticut.
Oh,
And
yeah.
all their neighbors who are they're kind of off the beach. All the neighbors on the beach just set up these competitive fireworks displays. You just go and watch them fire
That's
it off.
perfect.
I mean, I don't think it's actually legal in Connecticut, and they do it anyway.
Oh, Errol, that sounds amazing.
Boom, 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 boom. It is legal in New York State to buy really low-level stuff, so I happen to have some Roman candles to blow off because I like those.
Is it legal to buy them, though?
I bought them in Walmart.
Okay.
I mean, seriously. Well, it might have been like Lowe's. One of those places had them. I'm like, oh,
It was
sure.
Lowe's.
Boom.
Because you went to Lowe's for something, you came home with fireworks. I was like, oh, no.
I just like Roman candles. They shoot off sparks. They're easy. It's not a big deal.
Lake
Chautauqua.
Chautauqua. I can talk.
Amazing.
Lake Chautauqua has amazing fireworks. They rim the lake with flares and bonfires. It was wonderful. Ooh.
Oh, hello.
I love it.
Chautauqua is kind of like up there and whatnot. And that's probably accessible to you.
One year they had
That's kinda great.
52-foot trailers on the bridge. Something went wrong and they all went off in about 45 seconds.
Ah!
Oh no, what must have been beautiful for 45 seconds.
I've heard about that recently where
Bottle rockets have been banned in Oklahoma.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I remember my friends.
Oh, time.
My friends across the street had everything. They had M80s, salutes, bottle rockets, and their father would go down to Maryland and buy this crap and bring it back. It's just big belts worth of salutes.
Oh, time. You could have
We'd
gone
pull
to
them
the.
apart and blow them
You
up
could
one
have
by
gone to the
one.
Walmart up by Lake George.
Truth. Yeah, such things. Yeah. Mini Hana in 2021. There. Oh
my god.
excellent. I love that concept. I myself, I don't like the big bombs. I'm not sending off cherry bombs. That is actually a military device. I don't need that. I can go to the proving range and watch them set off Patriot missiles or something stupid. Whatever.
If you were interested in such.
If I was interested in such stuff, or I could just go to Florida and watch them set off big rockets.
Oh, yeah,
Moon launch.
Pennsylvania. People from around here go to Pennsylvania because there are all these, like, right on the borders in Pennsylvania, there are all these fireworks stores, but they're not allowed to sell to people in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, we have access to a lot
So-
of munitions that should not be legal in New York State because actually they're not.
And they're not.
But you can go and buy them and bring them back and like take your chances. Yeah, I don't do that.
But
We have neighbors who do such things, and I
Yeah.
just watch the displays.
But we're like 20 minutes away from
Yeah.
Pennsylvania, so people go and buy a bunch of stuff and come back here and set it off. And it's not legal to set that stuff off here, but they do.
Look, I was a big Who fan back in the day, and I still am. I just like the things that make a lot of smoke and the things that set off a lot of sparks.
Oh, and Pennsylvania people go to West Virginia to get the big bangers.
There you go.
Yeah, Gettysburg, ma'am, I'm glad you're still here because that makes total sense to me.
You are in Gettysburg. You have proximity to
Everyone
West
has
Virginia.
to just go to different
Yep.
states to get their
That's the kicker.
fireworks of choice.
And you're in that sort of delta, which is just like I could go to West Virginia or Maryland, you know?
The BB gun guys used to shoot
Kentucky.
bottle rockets at each other. Oh, jeez. Oh, boy.
Yeah, you know something, Earl? I probably
These are people who end up on World's Dumbest.
I probably remember doing something similar with a section of drain pipe with my friends. So if I was a young punk once, I didn't mean any harm, you know. But these things are available to us. I mean, it wasn't legit in Rhode Island. People thought that you'd lose an eye. 25 minutes from West Virginia. There you go.
Got it.
Easy access. So these things can happen.
Never seen the police give one person a ticket. They don't care. I think here they, like, unless
Yeah.
someone gets injured, they don't care either.
Yeah. This is the thing. What exactly are you doing? Are you shooting at cars? You got a problem.
Yeah.
Are you just flying them in the air? And that's the case.
Probably if someone called,
Yeah.
they would show up. But
Yeah.
I don't-
You know that
honestly,
they're
I
going to
think
do it
they care that
anyway,
much.
and like, and maybe you can just keep up with people as safe as.
Yeah.
And there you go. What can you do? Even in New York State, I'm hearing it now.
Oh, yeah.
Those things are not legit. So hey,
They're shelling out there.
they're shelling, they're shooting, they're shooting.
I don't even know when our town fireworks were.
Honestly, we're in the middle of the week, so it's not the best day for it. I don't know if they're planning it
Well, they
before
don't
or after.
always do it on the 4th.
That's right.
If you're talking, I'll take a little talking.
We got bubbles. Mhm.
So here in M Town,
Mhm.
they always try to get.
Speaking of big bangs,
Don't shoot that thing at me.
that was kind of a dud.
They always get Jimmy Sturr, the Polka King,
To play the
to
fourth.
play the 4th. So I think if he's not available on the 4th, they get him when he is available.
And away you go, right? Boom.
He's from Florida, New York.
Yep.
He
Speaking of
won
Florida,
something like 14 Grammys before they eliminated the polka category because he was the only person who was like winning every
I
year.
think Jimmy might have said, you know what, just take this out. I'm done.
No, he
Stop
was
being
probably
silly.
like, give me my Grammy.
Give me
back."
more Grammys. Bingo. But he just went through it, you know. Polka is still a very popular subject
Oh, it
in the United
is.
States. That's a killer. And hey, we got the king. We got the king. We've seen his show and the 4th,
But
and
the
it was
funny thing
highly
is-
entertaining.
He lives in Florida, New York, which is very close to here. Like, he has to drive maybe 10 miles to get to our town.
Yep.
And he shows up in his gigantic tour
Big tour van.
bus. It's bigger than our house.
Big tour van. Pretty hilarious. And I guess like he has his entourage and they need to travel and it's the easiest thing to do. Whatever. It's kind of great.
Yeah, usually we start hearing people shooting fireworks way before the 4th, Lisa says. Yep.
I think we first heard them in May. And I thought, we're shelling already? I got to tell you. People, I got to tell you.
Yeah, no, he plays our town celebration, but it used to be so close we could walk to it.
That's right.
And it's a little further now. We did go one year and it was nice, but
It's a good
and
show.
we just parked so far away it was easy to get out of there. Because for 4th of July things, I always think, like, how much traffic is there going to be after this?
When they started giving it in Fencherdevich,
Yeah.
we realized that we could park pretty far away from there.
Yeah.
And that's pretty close to our friends.
Yeah.
And they invited us over for coffee one time. I'm like, I'll take a coffee right now. And that's brilliant. I love you. Because we did that, and then the traffic cleared out and we could go home.
Exactly.
It was just excellent. I'm like, I'll bring the cake. You know, seriously, I love that concept. Like, don't get into a traffic jam on the account of this. Go do something.
No.
Go over to the local like Chinese American. Just
But I
like
think-
get lo mein. That sounds
I keep
great.
thinking that tomorrow we'll get home too late,
We will.
but
By hook or by crook. We will.
but who knows? It might still be going on by the time we get home. But I really think we'll see some stuff on the highway.
We've seen it for years.
Yeah.
My standard MO is to blow off a few Roman candles because I love them, and play several different versions of our actual national anthem, which culminates in
Actual national anthem.
which culminates in the ultimate version, which has to be Mr. James Marshall Hendricks at the Woodstock Festival on Monday morning at about 8 o'clock. Good God, this thing should have been over hours ago, and there he is playing all this great stuff and decides, yeah, I'm going to play the national anthem. I think he hacked off a few people with that, but then he appeared on Dick Cavett. And Cavett was saying, like, you've gotten some like negative publicity on that sort of thing. And he was like, well, I'm an American citizen, and I just felt like playing it. And Cavett goes, look, this man was actually in the Air Force, by the way. I just want you to know that, because people thought he was just some sort of hippie. And I think he really opened people's eyes. So I really have to credit Cavett. He hosted all of those rock and rollers and noted to people what human beings they were. That's a focus that is missing these days, and I miss that. Yes, bingo. Errol, absolutely. That's just an awesome version. There's a studio version, which is great. And then he actually played it a few times. And then he plays the Isle of Wight Festival a year later, and he's like, whips out God Save the Queen. There we go. Bingo. It's really, it's a very special thing. I don't know why it's so special to me, but I think that at that point in time in history, that says it all about America, the flag, and the whole thing. That's exactly what was going on. And somebody needed to say it, and it was Mr. Hendricks. He did it. He had a great band at that thing. They played a great set, and that's crazy. And at the end of the whole thing, I think he just totally collapsed because he'd been going for days. I understand that too well after the past week.
The Sid Vicious version. Oh, jeez.
I think you're thinking of the Sid Vicious version of that other anthem, My Way.
We need to do a Dr. Benstock happy hour.
Oh, you're talking about God Save the Queen. Sorry, different
Is
song.
Joe still here?
Yeah, perhaps we need to do that kind of thing.
Joe McDonough.
Hello.
See, I'm doing the Ohana thing of like, Joe, meet Joe.
Joe.
I know Joe Dime is still here.
Yep.
Joe Dime. I just named you Joe Dime.
That sounds like Nikki Chicago.
Exactly,
What's here?
Joe Dime.
Yep, Joe is still
He had
here.
to go to bed.
Yep.
Oh, Joe's still
Seriously.
here. I feel like we need to do like a Dr. Benstock happy hour
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Well, I always think Dr. Benstock needs to play Ohana. But if John won't do it, I want Paul to train me
You could
to
learn
do
that.
Dr. Benstock.
You know, I could teach you the charts. It's not a big deal. You've done this sort of
So
thing.
how would you describe Dr. Benstock? Yes. As
People,
one half of Dr. Benstock.
one half of the good doctor, I would say, who was a real doctor, by the way, in the 17th century. I believe he actually sort of invented the microscope. But the good doctor is 4 turntables, a huge stack of LPs, and chaos. Like, anything can happen. A lot of arrhythmic things happen, and a lot of rhythmic things happen. People say, so it's 2 guys.
Oh, good night, Amy.
Good night.
I know we
Yeah.
need to sign off
Yep.
soon.
Yeah, we
for
do.
sure. But
Oh, seriously, we need to go deal with some stuff tomorrow,
oh, thank
too.
you, Amy. I know
We
we have
will.
to go. We have to go too. But
Do that kind of thing, but definitely. So, what is Benstock? People say, oh, it's like 2 guys on turntables. It's like DJ gig. I'm like, it's not what you think. Basically, we bleep around with records, and it's been going for some 30 years now. This year's the 30th year. Ha! Big 3-0.
happy 30th, Dr. Benstock.
Happy 30th, Dr. B. And it's part of that whole downtown music scene, and we just started doing it. And we kept on doing it, and absolutely crazy things happened with it when we
Oh,
moved
good
up
night,
here.
Julie.
Jolie, please.
Thank you for joining.
This was
us.
much needed for me too. I needed to sort of like completely retool
Mhm.
from this thing at the lake, and it feels good. my voice might be a little raggy, but I was hitting some good notes.
I
in
just
Law
want to
and
read
Order.
Mike's comment before we get. Mike says, when I was a kid, the local drive-in had a display. We would lay on the ground so we could see explosions right above. Stuff would fall around us. Somehow we escaped injury.
You were still talking about lawn dart problems, and like Daniel actually completely nailed it. How did we survive all this? You know,
my God,
you had these slot cars with 110 volts, and you had model trains and crap like that, and you were throwing lawn darts and BB guns.
Oh, Dime says I did a modular techno mix on 4 turntables.
Hello. Hello. Such things have happened, and such things inspired what
if John wants to do it, great. But if he doesn't, I want to take over because Dr. Benstock needs to live.
It was an awesome thing. I remember playing in that theater on that empty building near Grand Central Station, where people were just walking by with Shishama, which occupies empty buildings. That was a great gig. We played the whole week, 5 days with the gigs.
They played in the window display.
And we did 2 different Shishama gigs. That was the Benstock gig, and we did the thing, and it was awesome. People were walking by and looking like, "What is this?" And they were paying attention because it's engaging. Joe, you went to one that was actually.
Hi, Eric.
Did you go to the one that was in Shishama? You also went to the one that was at Tonic, I think, which was actually in an old Manischewitz winery that was on the Lower East Side. And one of the things that they had were the huge barrels that were cut out so you could just sort of sit in them as sort of audio pods.
Oh, good night, Daniel.
Great gig. Good night. Thank you.
We need to sign off.
Oh, I'm dead.
Everyone's exhausted.
I was like dead and on a gurney days ago. So I don't know what I'm doing now.
Well, I did see you at Shishama.
Yeah. I recall you showed up at Tonic and you had been to like some sort of promo gig where they were like talking about prescription stuff and offering you a lot of wine. So you're already happy. And then like that was a great gig. I missed that. I missed that place. They're gone now.
Right, Dr. Benstock needs to come back.
It does. I know for a long time. It's a portable concept, but it's easy. And so does the Brilliant Corners, whom were referred to recently in a very positive context. Hello. These good things. We're talking about like great ideas.
And the Velvetones.
And we do that. Velvetones is still alive and well. And we just haven't had time lately, but we had a request this past weekend. Are you guys playing?
Oh, good night, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Good to see you.
All right. That's why truce is why you learned this kind of thing.
All right. I think it's time.
It's about that time for us.
We have gone late.
Oh, we've gone a half hour overtime.
We have to wake up really early tomorrow. So
Nick has to be up early. He's gone.
He's gone late. I know people have to get up early. So
Peter's gone a long time because he wakes up early. So listen, all of you folks who got to wake up early, go to sleep. That's the advice from Insomniac.
Go to bed.
Yeah, take it from David Tell. He was right. And these insomniacs need to stop what we're doing now and realize that we've had a certain amount of sedatives.
Boatload of melatonin.
And I probably don't need the melatonin. We're just going to clean up here, make a few things for tomorrow, and wing.
Yes,
and let's
happy
go face some
4th,
balloons.
everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Look, whatever you do and wherever you go, be safe with all these munitions going off. If you blow them off yourself, you always light it and stand back. If it's not legal in your state, that's up to you. If it is, geez, have fun. And if you have a local display, please enjoy it. If you don't do that because of the pets, I understand. I like the munitions, and I always put up the flag because, hey, I'm a citizen.
Take care of
and
the animals.
Perhaps you do too. These days, you got to be careful wherever you go. And the fact is, wherever you go, and whatever you do, you got to always remember, you're in our hearts, you're in our minds, and we will see you soon.
Good night.
Good night, people. This has been awesome.